105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
WKGN 1340. Go Balls!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock at 3 o'clock on this Tony Tuesday edition of The Drive. Oh, my goodness. The suspense is killing me. Will he or won't he? All right, guys, what do you guys think? When we walk out of the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios at 6 p.m. today, here in exactly 3 hours, will we have a resolution to the Tony Vitello San Francisco Giants drama?
I think we will.
I don't.
Bob?
Nor do I, but I'm prepared. I just got done. I just had an EKG done in the last hour.
Really?
All's good right now. It's great.
I am a little nervous. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's killing me. So when the news broke Saturday at about this time, the report from those guys, the athletic guys, Ken Rosenthal and those guys, was that we should have resolution on this from 24 to 72 hours. And it's about 72 hours right now. So the report we saw yesterday was that the San Francisco Chronicle or the Examiner, one of those things that, like they said, and you brought this up, Bob, that it's like there's a gentleman's agreement, if not a written rule somewhere, that you don't drop news like that. You don't drop coaching change news in the major leagues during a playoff game. And obviously last night was a monumental, Game 7.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Toronto winning their first pennant in 32 years. I mean, what a moment for George Springer last night. That's what baseball is all about. I couldn't help but wonder as I'm sitting there watching that unfold and the scene in Skydome. It's like, man, if Tony's watching this, he's probably thinking, man, I'd like to – it's one thing to have a Drew Gilbert walk-off at Lindsey Nelson with 5,000 people there. Imagine that moment with 40,000 people.
And without a doubt, by the way, that's one of the premier – is it Oracle Park now?
Oh, yeah.
It's like one of the premier venues in Major League Baseball. I mean, on the bay.
Beautiful.
And, I mean, it's unreal. It's unreal.
So – if you've been at work, you're just tuning in and you want the latest on Tony Vitello, we're kind of in a holding pattern. They are practicing on the field at Lindsey Nelson Stadium right now. There's about 100 people there watching, including our John Reed on this. There's a lot of media folks. Jared Dickey and Cal Stark are there. There's just a lot of people have gone down and have set up on the porches and are watching the team. Tony is out there. They had to take the team off the field momentarily because of some lightning in the area, and now they've come back, and I believe they're getting set to scrimmage again, but they're going through a workout, and people on the scene describe it as, quote-unquote, business as usual, except for the fact that there's this huge crowd of people just sitting there watching an otherwise nondescript fall college baseball practice.
And we've already got fans, got this on the text box from someone in the 270 saying, I have tracked a plane. This is a private flight from Colorado to Knoxville today. It flew from San Francisco to Colorado last night. Could be nothing, could be something. We're getting spun up.
When we left yesterday, I mean, I think the feeling was he was probably leaving. Right. And I know that there's this theory out there amongst some in the media in our fan base that says the longer this goes, the better it is for Tennessee. I don't agree with that. Just my opinion. My opinion is if he's going to stay, if he wants to stay and he's had to change a heart or something, like you would just announce that, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't like allow what's happening right now to happen where they're practicing and everybody's there like what's going on. You would just announce. You would have done it today. Like there's no rule for college baseball or Tennessee that you don't announce something during an ALCS. So you could have announced it last night. You could have announced it first thing this morning. You could have announced it at any time.
Do you think at some point, because of everything that's gone on and going on currently, I mean, they can't just announce that he's staying and not address, or maybe they can. I mean, do you think they'll ever address, the alleged stuff between the discord, I guess?
Well, I mean, again, at this point, if he's going to stay, I think he has to announce something. I don't know. Maybe the Giants just – I think he has to announce something given all that's happened here the last 72 hours. And it doesn't have to be a press conference or anything, Bob, but, maybe just he's not a big social media guy, but you got to do something, right?
Well, that and I got to say, the longer – because I was absolutely of the school of thought a couple days ago of, hey, man, this drags out. The longer it drags out, the longer it means he may be staying. I've now kind of moved into the position of, at least for myself, maybe my coping mechanism, the longer we wait, the longer it makes sense to me that he's doing it. That's because it is a great opportunity. Just what you talked about earlier. I mean, the fall drama of playoff baseball at the major league level, all this other stuff. I mean, come on, man. That's some of the reality. As far as the other stuff, the other ancillary stuff, I will say this: whatever happens, particularly if he decides to go, as painful as that's going to be, we should, that's a pretty special moment, and I hope it doesn't get too bogged down in, it's inevitable, but it's going to get so bogged down in the other aspect of why did it happen and all this other stuff. We'll have time for that. It's going to happen. We know we're going to talk about that if it gets to that. But I'm at the point now where I'm kind of like, I'm expecting it. Surprise me, man. It'll be the greatest surprise ever if he doesn't go, but I'm expecting it.
Yeah. I was telling Sam Beard earlier, my brain thinks that he's probably going and it makes sense, but my heart just won't let me
let go,
embrace that thought. Yeah. So like I'm torn, man. I guess I would lean a little bit towards he's probably going to leave, but I don't know that for sure. And this place has a lot going for it. It has a lot to sell. And I'm sure that, I know there's rumors about Dondi's getting involved and Peyton is getting involved and all these, boosters and everything. Those folks aren't talking to people in the media like anybody. So I don't really believe any of these reports or rumors that I see online, but I'm sure that's happened. I'm sure those things are happening. Of course, Dondi Plowman and Randy Boyd and big money boosters that know Tony on a personal level are reaching out and saying, hey, is there anything we can do? That of course that's happening, but we just don't know what those conversations are. And if Tony has given those folks any indication, it's like, yeah, I'll stay for this, this, and this.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's Major League Baseball. And there's only 30 of those jobs available. And if you don't jump now, there's no guarantee that you're going to get another shot. Now, I think Tony's going to continue to be successful if he stays here. And yeah, maybe there is another chance somewhere on down the line. But I also think in that sport, when you allow it to get to this point where you've basically got an offer on the table and if you were to get cold feet and pull out at the last minute, I don't know that you would get another opportunity.
I mean, just think about everything Buster Posey being there, him being friends with him to even get this offer. It's never happened before. I mean, it just hasn't. That's a very elite fraternity to join. I mean, I looked it up. I want to say it's somewhere around maybe 500 managers all time. in Major League history.
Yeah. You get to join a pretty exclusive fraternity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, I get it. I just wonder if he does go, is he going to smooth anything here to make it easier so it doesn't just completely detonate this fan base that he does profess to really love being a part of our family?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I would think that, I mean, he's a pro in that regard.
He's never been anything other than classy.
Yeah,
unless you're on the field.
I think he takes the high road if that happens.
I think he definitely takes the high road. I don't think he's going to get into whatever disagreements he has with Danny White.
Yep.
On the way out the door, I don't think he's going to burn anything to the ground. But would he do a farewell press conference like Lane Kiffin tried to do, and that blew up in his face? Or would you just go out there and do the press conference in San Francisco and give your heartfelt goodbye to Tennessee at that point? Because again, I don't think he's ever posted on social media. You know, I know he's got a Twitter account, but I don't think he would. That doesn't seem like the Vitello way of doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's always seemed to me to be a flip phone kind of guy.
I know
what to use for.
No, he's got an iPhone and he's aware. He's aware of the hoopla here in town. I mean, he sees those people out there. That's got to be weird. Here's if he has verbally accepted the job, and it's just his agent and the Giants and UT haggling over small details and the buyout and stuff. Remember, if Tony leaves, he owes the university $3 million, which
it's a big chunk of change.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't been a millionaire for that long. So it's like that might wipe out his savings if the Giants don't help out. You know, that's something to consider there. But if that's what's going on right now and there's haggling and all that stuff, and and that's been happening for 3 days now, and he's just has to go about his job and not tell anybody. Can you imagine how much that's weighing on him right now?
I mean, especially with this outpouring. I mean, the fans are pretty much, what would you say, about 95%, behind Tony. Everybody seems to have latched on, which onto the Danny White, Tony, Vitello Discord. But I mean, he's got the fan support. I mean, all those people out there for a practice. The Tuesday after we just lost to Alabama to go to 5-2.
Bob, you've had some big jobs. You've accepted. I'm sure you've left places and accepted things, turned things down, whatever. Like what's that like when you have to keep that secret to yourself? And I mean, nobody's been in a position like that. That this is crazy. Whatever's going on internally in Tony Vitello right now, to be having it play out publicly like this, where you're on that practice field for 3 days in a row and you're keeping it all inside, that's got to be crazy.
Well, to be clear, I have, but not the magnitude of what we're talking about here. But yeah, it's tough, man. You're torn, because you got the people you leave behind, and then the people that you're going to be working for, and you got to balance that you're excited about the new thing, but Tony will do nothing but show gratitude to Vol Nation and the university and everything else. I know that. One thing I'm seeing in the chat, the live chat on Fan Run TV, is it feels like I'm seeing more and more that are kind of feeling the way I'm feeling. And that is, I'm seeing, like, from Hennessy Vol, the machine is bigger than Tony. Elander can be just as big a coach as him, provided the chance. Also, somebody wrote, if he leaves, it's as straightforward as it looks. This is from Jay. It's the show. It's the San Francisco Giants.
Yeah.
UT baseball can't compete with that. Reallocating resources from the Lady Vols isn't going to change that. Somebody else wrote, don't forget, guys, it's Hennessy Vol who wrote earlier about the machine being bigger than Tony. His dad is a coach himself. And I would say sometimes your family matters in all this stuff too. Nothing would make Tony's dad prouder than reaching the pinnacle of the profession. So I think this is what I'm saying, is as time goes on, I think it's now becoming more, for me, and I think for others, it's becoming more real. Like this is the real talk.
We're talking like he's gone, and we don't know that. Like we'll see what happens. I mean, we're reading some tea leaves here, and guys, we've got the tarot cards on the table right now. We're at Madam Palms out there on Alcoa Highway trying to predict the future. We're all looking inside of our crystal ball right now, and we don't know. But it just feels like this thing has got to come to a head at some point. We've got to figure out what's going on here, man. I'm quite frankly a little bit surprised that it's lasted this long.
Yeah.
And it goes to what you said earlier today about how, hey, MLB teams, they don't release news when there's games going on. Well, there's no games going on today. There's no games till Friday. There's already been a manager announced today for the Angels, which we'll get to later. But, like, that news is already starting to come out, which is why I think it's going to happen while we're here today, and it's going to be settled before we all go to bed tonight.
Well, yeah, and it's noon 15 right now in San Fran.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my thought going to bed last night, Walker, was, they're not going to announce it during the ALCS, and, it's not 9 a.m. business time until noon here the next day. So I was at the gym around lunchtime. I would keep looking at my phone it's 12:15 over there now. I mean, if you had a deal done, I would think you would have announced it before Tony gets to the ballpark and is going to. That leads me to believe that there's something still going on, that it's not complete, and maybe they're just tying up loose ends. But if it were done, I think you would have announced it earlier today like the Angels did.
Yeah. It 100% looks like the deal is not done, and it's exactly what the reporting said. They're close. It's a lead candidate. But now that it got leaked to Rosenthal and Passan, it's thrown a monkey wrench into this whole thing, and now the deal isn't done. And this is kind of making it all public and have to work out that deal, which might change it.
But are we just – with those two guys leaking, I feel like that would have come from the Giants, right?
No, those are agents, probably, if I had to guess.
I'd realize that. I'm saying that sounds like something that would have gotten leaked from the Giants side.
I don't know. I'm not even sure. Usually on this stuff, it's kind of DEFCON level, man. I mean, we're hearing all sorts of stuff. We're hearing about – we talked about it yesterday about Nick Hundley was their first choice, and that's not coming from the Giants. That's just coming from media and, probably agents and all that stuff. But
I bet they had no idea out there that the level of attention this is going to get, like social media and just from Tennessee fans.
865-966-3435 is our phone number if you want to get on the show. Ryan Schumpert is covering the situation for Rocky Top Insider. We will check in with him coming up a little bit later on the show this afternoon. If news breaks out, we will break in. Keep it tuned right here. Tony Watch 2025 continues on Fan Run Radio. We're back with more right after this.
The Drive.
105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Join us this Friday at the Casual Pint North Shore for a live broadcast of The Drive. Swing by between 3 and 6 p.m. and register to win the Fan Run Mystery Box. Pick up a Fan Run t-shirt and sample the Casual Pint North Shore's new Thanksgiving turkey sliders, all while you sip on a cold beverage and get ready for the Vols and Kentucky. It's The Drive live this Friday from 3 to 6 at the Casual Pint North Shore, 2045 Thunderhead Road, inside the Blue Building next to Soccer Taco. Be there.
Hi, I'm Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group. Are you looking to buy or sell a home? Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or just need a change, it's never been more important to have experienced, trustworthy representation in the real estate process. So if you have any real estate questions, I'd love the opportunity to earn your trust. Call me anytime for a free chat, 865-742-1035, or find me online at BoKnowsHouses.com. The Kregner Group, real estate the right way.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at NorthKnoxSidingAndWindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Central High School quarterback Caden Long. Long completed 21 of 27 passes for 246 yards and a touchdown in last week's 38-35 Central victory over Halls. Long also carried 19 times for 76 yards and 3 more touchdowns as the Bobcats improved to 7-2 on the season. Central High School's Caden Long, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated. They can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to NorthKnoxSidingAndWindows.com.
Fall fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
1340 AM. We are streaming live this afternoon at fanrunradio.com. Streaming on the free Fan Run app. Get that for your smartphone if you don't have it already. Also, we are on YouTube on the Fan Run TV channel. Shout out to the freaks. It is The Drive. Since 2010, we've been doing it every afternoon from 3 to 6 for 15 years and counting now. We appreciate everybody tuning in. We've got a podcast. If you miss anything, go back and check that out. It is brought to you by our friends at Broadway Carpets. They're online at BroadwayCarpets.com. Shout out to those folks getting it done out there as we're getting it done in here. And get set to go to the phones here. Take the pulse of the people a little bit. Real quick before we do that. If Tony leaves, I'm sure you all saw the online kerfluffle last night, and we talked about it a little bit on the show yesterday. It feels like Danny White's popularity is at a tipping point here. What does it mean for Danny White's relationship with the fan base if Tony goes?
I mean, he's going to get the blame, kind of like he's going to get the blame whether he deserves it or not. He could always win us back, I guess.
What are you calling him, Bob? What's your new nickname?
You had to bring that up. Yeah, it was
good. What was it?
Yeah, Danny Upcharge.
Danny Upcharge.
Maybe you ought to think about that, Dan.
That's a good one, I know, but I was kind of at the peak of frustration.
That's your first, and that's broken through. That's your first kind of like nickname. That's what we're good at here on the drive is bestowing memorable nicknames upon
Botch
figure. Bear dubbed Fulmer the battle captain.
Uncle Fluffy.
That's
one I'm not real proud of.
I mean, they're generally not flattering nicknames, but
I mean, it's perfect for him. I mean, it's not overtly insulting, but I mean, he's Danny Upcharge, man. Everybody's got to pay a premium to come to his party.
Yeah. No, that's it.
That's fancy with his gated, roped off lines.
And that's my point. I've been pretty vocal and frustrated about all of that before this even happened. And so now this, and even if he's slightly complicit in it, I mean, pisses me off, gotta say.
It feels like if this ends up happening, that it's kind of the excuse or the reason that a lot of Vols fans kind of now would flip on Danny White with all the frustrations they'd already have with the Adidas deal, with the stadium stuff, with all the new rises in pricing. But they've always had he's a winner. Like, we can't complain about winning. And now he's about to lose his biggest winner in the program.
So, I mean, and Danny White is an interesting character because, like, you can project a lot onto him, right? On the positive side, it's like he has presided over the most successful period in Tennessee athletics since the 1990s. He brought Josh Heupel here. He has given Rick Barnes the resources to succeed. He has built Tony Vitello his stadium. He hired Kim Caldwell, who we all think is going to do really well for that women's basketball program. He has he's brought much needed revenue streams online at Neyland Stadium, at Thompson Bowling, and Lindsey Nelson now. He has gotten us out of a dire financial situation. He's kept the NCAA off. He's done all these good things. You could also say, if you're wanting to tear the guy down, it's like, yeah, he hired Josh Heupel, but not before he tried to hire Tony Elliott. He didn't hire Rick Barnes. He didn't hire Tony Vitello. He's done what he's had to do for these like stadium projects. He's done what everybody else has done. And now he's priced out the common fan. Like if you're just whatever the median income, if you're just some Joe Schmo out there making 50, 60 grand a year and you got a couple wife and kids, you can't really afford. You might be able to go to one game a year. You might be able to go see Tennessee play a UAB. You ain't getting in to Alabama, the Alabama Georgia game. It's just not happening. And basketball and baseball aren't cheap either. So,
I mean, when it gets to your parking spot is now based on your level of donation to the university.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get that for some really, really primo parking spots, but we're talking about all of them now.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's an optimistic, pessimistic, realistic. The realistic version is probably somewhere in between the two. I think Danny has to get credit because things are going well on the field, on the court, but people are really feeling the pinch right now, and he doesn't come off as a guy who really gives a damn. That's quite frankly. So we'll talk about it with you this afternoon. Again, you're just tuning in, the latest Tony Vitello on the practice field as we speak. The Vols going through a fall workout at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. There's a crowd of 100 or so people gathered on the porches, a lot of media, some former players. It is a bizarre situation, to put it mildly, over there. So we're following this, and we think there's a pretty good shot that news might break by the end of the show, but I don't know if they're going to scrimmage. They're going to be out there for probably until past 6. So we might not know anything today.
I was thinking in my mind, like 9:00, just because that would be 6 local.
Yeah. I just was communicating with Shump, who's coming on the show. And I just told him, of course, you got to do what you got to do out there. He's out on location. And, he said, I think I'm going to be fine. He goes, I don't think they're by the time he's coming on with us.
Yeah, they're going to be up there. They're just getting started with their workout. So they're going to play baseball for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hitting to the guys. I saw that picture on Twitter. So.
Looks good with that fungo bat, doesn't he?
He's got a pretty good swing.
DR Vol, you're on the drive, Fan Run Radio.
Is he smiling? What is he doing?
I mean, it looks like Tony. He's
just running his practice.
It sucks, guys. Russ, you remember you were talking about months ago, this right before Nico pulled his stunt, talking about how there's just a lot less drama, not much to talk about. Well, welcome to hell.
Jesus.
I'm miserable. This sucks. Like, Russ, you're talking about being at the gym. I can't stop looking at my phone. And, like, I've tried to work today, and it's just, we can't lose this guy. You're talking about people coming at Danny White. Something else I've noticed in my timeline is Lady Vols, people turning on them, too.
Yeah.
And understandably so. I'm pissed at them, honestly.
Well, I just don't. I thought, Bob, that we had figured this out as far as the revenue share. Weren't there reports that the SEC, that every school except Kentucky was going to go with the 75-15, 5-5 split? In other words, 75% of the revenue share goes to football players, 15% goes to men's basketball, and then 5% goes to women's basketball, and 5% goes to baseball. And Kentucky was going to give a little bit more towards their men's basketball team.
I mean, maybe that might be the guidelines, you know what I mean? Not necessarily the hard fast. I don't know. I mean, because you're hearing all the stories now about where Arkansas is basically, I mean, they gave more money to baseball at the expense of women's basketball. LSU gave more money to baseball at the expense of men's basketball. You know, I mean, it's
which we can't really do that.
Yeah.
You know, the story I'd heard was that they were going to give some of that revenue share, not a lot, but a little bit, not just to the women's basketball, the women's softball. Now, that's not confirmed.
And that might have been spur of, remember when Texas Tech was on this big buying spree? That was the other thing too.
Man, if it's me though, and that women's softball thing doesn't register at all for me, man. Like I get women's basketball. You make a little bit of money doing that, and there's a big market for it as we see now at the WNBA and everything. So I understand there's going to be a tug of war there. Women's softball doesn't deserve squat. I'm sorry. Like DR, you feel me on this? You feel me?
I'm with you. You know who does? It's our damn national championship winning coach.
Thank you.
Damn, man. I'm telling you, the longer it goes, the more pissed off I get. And honestly, I felt better listening to Basilio and John Adams because they were saying the opposite. The longer he's here, the more likely they think he's going to stay.
Well, they might be right.
I'm in a tizzy, guys. This is awful. Like, it hurt, man. I remember when Tobias Harris' team got put out because you knew it was coming in with Bruce. I know how much that hurt me. And I've said it 1,000 times about Vitello. He is my baseball Bruce Pearl. He is why I watch college baseball, is Vitello. Bruce Pearl is why I started watching college basketball. And it's like we're going through hell again. And then you got that picture resurfacing of Lane Kiffin waiting outside for the press conference, and you go back to those memories of 2009. I need damn therapy being a Tennessee fan. This sucks.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, and I'm thankful for that. It's just this is a way cheaper than therapy, and they can't keep dragging this long, man. I'm telling you, the fallout, I do worry about that for Caldwell, is people are pissed at the Lady Vols program. And then you got the other side of it where you got people laughing about Vitello leaving because the Lady Vol fans got what they want. Like, it goes both ways. And it's not going to be good, the fallout. Like Cody was talking about this morning, he worries about like everything just falling apart if Vitello leaves. You know, y'all kind of alluded to it with Heupel kind of struggling right now. Barnes probably going to retire in a few years. I mean, what's next? Our damn pets' heads are going to fall off. Y'all have a good day.
Wow. I mean, the Lady Vols thing, I mean, I can't imagine Kim Caldwell was saying, hey, she's not determining where the money comes from. She's probably just saying we want more money. That's all. There's a decision maker here. It ain't Kim.
Or do you guys think that Kim is in danger? We all love Coach Kim, man, and want her to be successful, but is she in danger of being collateral damage and a convenient scapegoat for a portion of our fan base if Tony walks?
I would hope not. Really, that would be pretty disturbing. That's the one part of this that is just not good at all. I mean, you can't blame the women's basketball program. What's this deal? If I had heard, is this? I don't know if you guys had seen this one. So, like when Tony does his fall World Series games, that the money, I guess, from like the gate and all proceeds from that goes into the general NIL fund and doesn't stay within the baseball program.
I don't know. Not sure.
Well, the university doesn't have any say in the NIL fund. I mean, that's not their money. I'm sure that they know. I'm sure that the people that manage like Spire, for instance, know where the coaches want that money spent. And I'm sure there's some influence there, but I don't think Danny White has like veto power over NIL dollars.
Yeah, I may have misspoke about NIL, just the money from like the gate from, when he draws 5,000 people for the inter-squad game or however many it is, several thousand. There's a rumor that Vitello was upset about that, all that money not staying within the baseball program.
The revenue share portion of it should be an equal split, in my opinion, between baseball and women's basketball. And you have fewer women's basketball players on scholarship, so they're going to get more money per player than baseball. But, if you're looking at what's these sports bring in, the only sports that make money are football and men's basketball. And women's basketball here, I think at times has gotten close, maybe even broken even, spilled a little over into the black at times. But typically in American college sports, the only sports that make money are football and men's basketball. And this is just my opinion. They didn't ask, beginning to think they never will. But I think women's basketball and baseball should be treated the same. I don't think softball or any of the other sports should get anything. Like those gals get a full scholarship, I believe, on softball, and they should be happy with that. And am I being a chauvinist pig right now? Y'all tell me if I am. I think baseball and women's basketball should be treated the exact same.
Yeah.
It's non-revenue. It's not sexist. It's just dollar. It's just business.
Well, let's remember that the rev share and the NIL, they go into very different pools, and the rev share should be the same. The NIL that's donated to each program, like if it's donated to baseball for baseball, it should go directly to baseball. Same for women's basketball. And I don't know if that's been 100% what's been going on there. I feel like that's what would have been the problem, unless they didn't adopt the 5% rev share model at Tennessee.
If Tony leaves, I wonder if he would ever, and maybe we are quibbling over nothing right now when it comes to this revenue share. Maybe at the end of the day, as one of the freaks so eloquently put it, this is Major League Baseball, and he's just going to go.
Yeah,
but I don't believe that, Bob. I mean, there's enough rumor, and we've heard from people close enough to the program that Danny and Tony have some problems. I don't think they just despise each other. I think it's a business relationship. They realize they need each other, but I don't get the impression that Danny White is on bended knee begging Tony to stay like we would be.
No. Vol Badger on the live chat, to your point, Russ said, also important to note that rev share is separate from NIL. So, that's an interesting point. The NIL money can be whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That Danny controls the rev share.
Yeah.
He doesn't control the NIL.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So
when will that be coming in-house? When will they pull that in under his domain?
I don't think there's plans to do that. It's been talked about. He would probably like that, but I don't think that's in the cards in the near future.
Okay.
A lot of people saying here on the live chat too, this is the third one that's posted it. Tony just wants the same NIL budget that Arkansas has. The women's basketball thing is conflated.
That's the one consistent thing going around town is that he wants an even playing field with LSU/Arkansas.
Go listen to the interview he did with Greg Olson.
I did.
That just dropped. You see, and that's a fantastic conversation. And he basically says, and they're not talking about, this specific thing in Tennessee. He's talking more broadly about the SEC and beyond in college baseball. And what Tony says is like, he would love to see some sort of legislation to where, all right, enough with the facilities. Your locker room can only be 2 stories. Your the amount of money you spend on support staff has to be capped, like it is in football with the 10 assistants and all that stuff. And it's the same across the board. And then you just go and you work it. But we're in a situation right now where every school gets to determine. It's crazy to me that LSU is not funding their men's basketball program.
I know.
We cannot do that, obviously.
Yeah.
And Arkansas is not funding their women's basketball program. We cannot do that.
Well, and that's the difference. That's why LSU has a coach, and I know Matt. He's a good dude. He's a good coach, but he's not a Rick Barnes level coach. But that's why
they're just doing men's basketball on the cheap right now.
Yeah, that's it, man. I mean, they're just it's
wild considering
succeed.
Their history.
Yeah,
and what a big time team power player they've always been.
Yep.
Stevie, you're on the drive. Fan Run Radio. Good afternoon, sir.
Russell.
Hello, Steven.
Many men and women will be collateral in the holy war that we are about to wage on one dictator, Danny White, Russ.
Are you turning on him?
Josh Heupel may be collateral.
No.
Russell. Turn on him.
No.
Turn on him.
Jihad Stevie.
Oh, my.
Just don't blow yourself up, brother. You got a lot to live for.
Oh, my. Russell, Tony Vols hates Danny White. I know this for a fact. Danny White is the complete opposite of Tony Vitello. He's a fraud. He's a phony. He only cares about himself. He only cares about money. He don't care about winning, Russ. I was looking at his old tweets, Russell. He's tweeting about how he won the Athletic Director of the Year. He's like, oh, this is just a sign of a good program. Like, he's a fraud, Russ. He's a fraud. I ask people all day today on Twitter, what has he done for this university? No one could give me a straight answer. All they could say was, we have a high salaries for our coaches. Oh, we have some awesome renovations. The renovations that almost killed people when we played Georgia? Those renovations? What has he done? What has this man done, Russ? And you're absolutely right. He ain't begging Tony. He ain't asking Tony. He wants Tony to leave. And that should be all we need to know about this guy. He hates our fan base, Russell.
Well,
he doesn't want anything.
I think you're being a little bit hyperbolic, Stevie, but I do think that that's a frustration that these fans are feeling right now is I don't think that Danny is fighting for Tony, and we want our athletics director to lay down in front of a train to do whatever he's got to do. Okay, we're giving a little more money to women's basketball than we are baseball. Find a way to make up the difference via NIL. Like, do what we have to do to make this work, and it doesn't. We know we've talked about this before on the air. We know that when Tony was flirting with the LSU job, and they came after him when they ran Maneri out of there, and the Tony and Danny have clashed at times behind the scenes over various things dating back to then. This is before Tony won the national championship, and we had some sources inside the building that indicated to us that Danny was fine with Tony leaving because he thought that he could hire somebody just as good or better. Now, this was before Tony won a national championship, okay? But I remember thinking at the time, that's crazy. That's crazy. There's only one Tony Vitello. And now that he's got the natty, like I just think that Danny White, like a lot of bosses, wants people that he hired that are beholden to him, that are his guys. And that's a shame because there's only one Tony Vitello, and he might be about to walk out the door.
Russell, it's not crazy. It's selfish and it's stupid. Hear me. If we let Tony walk, it will be the beginning of the end of our athletic department. We will lose Rick Barnes next year because he don't want to wear an Adidas suit jacket on the betting of the court. We will lose Josh Heupel because he doesn't know how to win on the road. We got to play 9 SEC games, and we will go into oblivion. Let the holy war begin.
God, what a nut!
He's crazy.
He's crazy, man. But there's a lot of those folks out there that are Tony Vitello, and I tell you what, like we've always joked around about, he's a handsome guy or whatever. There's a lot of women.
Oh, they're upset.
Well, that might not watch as much anymore and might not spend as many dollars. Like I'm not joking around. Like this is a real thing.
That's what I've been saying, man. I think that, there's, like it or not, there's hardcore baseball fans like all of us and a lot of these
and there's casuals.
And then there's casuals, and there are a lot of them. And it was because of Tony. And you're right. He
got the casuals.
Mostly women. Yeah. And, And I do think that's going to be a setback going into next season. I mean,
it's just short-sighted, Bob.
Yeah.
You've just invested $100 million in this stadium, yet you're going to let your rock star coach walk out the door.
And if he goes, and I'm on record, and I still believe this, like if he goes, I think you have to give it to Elander and try and hold this thing together. I think we're all in agreement there. But I was watching some of his interviews today, like. He's not charismatic. And again, there's only one Tony, and it's going to be an impossible act to live up to. But you've got all those new suites up there. You got like 20 of them. And you spent $100 million on that thing. Exactly. You got to sell them. Who are you going to get to come in here? And it's more than just winning with Tony. That's why we love him. So it's the same thing Bruce had going on. It's more than just winning. It's winning with style and flair and personality and drama and narrative and all of those things that we love about sports that Tony just had coming out the wazoo.
Yeah.
I don't think Elander has that. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but he's awful young and unproven.
I just feel like he's making some unforced errors. I don't know. I mean, he's underestimating. I mean, the Tennessee fan base is a hard fan base to love, but Tony loves us and we love him.
He's got that. I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today on the phone, and it's like he's got that earlier era Rick Pitino vibe, right? When he first was when he was a thing in college basketball, because he was such a force of nature, right? His teams were good, and he was the one. I remember a game against Indiana where Bobby Knight is chewing out the refs, and he walks up to the ref, and the media said they heard him say it. He goes, I've coached in the NBA. I've done other stuff. Why are you listening to him? Listen to me. I mean, that's the kind of force of nature we had with Tony Vitello too. We still have it. Yeah, we still have it.
All right. Well, they are working out at the stadium as we speak. Pete Nakos from On 3. I mean, this is becoming national news at this point. All eyes on Lindsey Nelson Stadium. We're back with the latest right after this. It's Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation. Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
Knoxville, get ready. The Big Sports Show is coming Saturday, November 8th at the World Exposition Hall. Meet your favorite sports stars, Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, baseball greats Wade Boggs, Dwight Gooden, and Jose Canseco, plus UT legends Shamiqua Holtzclaw, Carl Pickens, and many more. Autographs, photos, and memories you'll never forget, all in one huge day. Tickets on sale. Get yours now at BigSportsShow.com. That's BigSportsShow.com. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, November 8th, Knoxville. Don't miss it.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Hey Knoxville, Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ECRTotalLandscapes.com.
Citizens National Bank.
We believe a good game plan is essential for success. With a CNB Plus Perks checking account, you'll save money with cell phone protection, roadside assistance, identity theft protection, and more. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC. Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price.
Wrapping up hour number 1 of a 3-hour tour. Tony Watch 2025 continues. Volunteers on the practice field at Lindsey Nelson Stadium as we speak. Tony Vitello is there. No news yet.
Now I'm just talking with a reputable source who's saying now he's kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to think. He goes, it sounds like it's, there's people, he goes, I don't know. People don't know what to believe right now. They just don't know. So here we go again. It's kind of going back into that realm.
When we were speculating during the break, if this is an ego war between Tony Vitello and Danny White, and Danny White has a lot of power over there, and he's feeling himself, no doubt. Why wouldn't he? But if Tony feels like his program is being shortchanged in any way, and they're at an impasse, and Danny has told him, look, this is my show. You work for me. You get what you get, and don't pitch a fit. Maybe there's part of Vitello's like, okay, all right, well, watch this.
Yeah, I'm of the mind that maybe deep down he doesn't want to do this, and maybe that's why this is dragging out, is like he's trying to see if something's going to give, because we're hearing some of the equation in terms of where the money has gone, what went to women's, what's gone to baseball, etc. And if it's all real, then he should be pissed. And so, like Russ said, he's speaking up, saying, "Man, something's got to give, or maybe I'm not your guy." And that's unfortunate if that's what it is. If that's what, he's like, he really doesn't really want to do this, but he's got to, because it's a great offer and they're not abiding by what he's trying to get out of him here.
I have a reputable source with close ties to the department that is telling me that they believe women's basketball received $5 million for this school year and baseball received 2.5. This is out of revenue share, not NIL. I think people are really confused by that.
It's out of rev share?
If that's true, I mean, that's bull crap, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like that should be split right down the middle. I don't have any problem with women's basketball getting their share. I have a big problem with them getting twice as much as what Tony's getting, if that's true. And Tony has every right and should stand on a table and rattle his sabers, and hopefully that's all he's doing. And if that's the case, then again, Bob, it's like, get your buddy, and Tony is such a master at making friends with the right people. He knows Peyton. He knows the Haslams. He knows the high dollar folks. Just get him from them. Say, look, this is what's happening. They're giving $2.5 million more to women's basketball than me, and I've got players to pay. Let's raise that money. Let's find 4 or 5 heavy hitters, and everybody chip in $500,000, and we can work around this via the magic of NIL, and let's make this work. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe. I mean, we are left to speculate, folks. Let's get Walker in here. Walker, you're on the drive, Fan Run Radio.
Guys, kind of got like a little more contrarian view on this. just to kind of remind everybody, in Knoxville, the Lady Vols basketball program is the basketball program historically.
Yeah. I mean, they certainly, what Pat did here is legendary, but men's basketball, even then, was always making a lot more money.
Yeah, there's the whole hardware versus, and now for better or worse, we've got an athletic director. It's hardware versus revenue, and he wants them both, but revenue will always trump the hardware, I'm afraid.
Sure, and I get that. I would just say that baseball is certainly important now. We won a national championship, and that's great. Nobody wants Tony Vitello to leave. But we got to take care of the Lady Vols. I think that they're kind of getting a lot of blowback right now that's just completely unwarranted. And that is that we have to take care of the Lady Vols.
But wouldn't you say that women's basketball and baseball should be treated equally? Don't you think that if they're giving more money to Kim and her program than they are to Tony, don't you think that's a big mistake?
Yes, they should be treated equally. I think if you look around the country, it seems that women basketball players, to get their kind of good NIL deals, they kind of been more expensive. So it is looking like it's taking a bigger share there to get the players into town.
Walker, thanks, man. We got to run. Hour number 2 of The Drive coming up next. It's Fan Run Radio. Stay with us.
The Drive.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law, 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco. Here at Knoxville Smiles, every smile is unique and every smile has a story. We would love to get to know you and help you smile brighter with confidence. If you've been looking for a dental home that treats you like more than just a set of teeth, we would love to welcome you to the family. Please give us a call at 865-539-1776 or visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340
WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway. Fan Run Radio on this Tony Tuesday here on the Drive. Time for the top 4 at 4. Here's Walker Smith.
Thank you. At number 1, Tennessee baseball is holding an open scrimmage today amidst reports that head coach Tony Vitello is on the verge of leaving for the San Francisco Giants. Vitello was at the facility this morning and is continuing on with business as usual, as he is on the field with the team and over 100 people in the stands at practice. There is still no official decision that with the fans packing out the open practice.
Dan Harrelson from Vols-Wire is down there right now. He's got video of fans chanting, "We want Tony,"
from the porches,
and Vitello walking over there and tossing somebody a ball.
That's awesome.
We got to make it as hard as possible on him to emotionally. We've got to. It's our only leverage.
What else can we give him, man? He's the highest paid coach in the game.
We're giving him our unconditional love.
Can we get a private jet for him to travel to these games in? That was something I was thinking of. Like, he's looking at no more bus travel, no more Hampton Inns recruiting in Sarasota or wherever he's going to. Like, he'll be flying luxury, charter, staying in the finest hotels.
Sure. On the other hand, he will have no say-so over his roster, hardly at all. And that's what you guys have told me. There's some negatives.
Sure.
I wish you would list them out. That's one of the things you're best at, like the two sides of the coin.
It's when you have a big decision, Bob, you make the pros and the cons. And
make your little
that could be a useful exercise, like pretend I'm Tony Vitello and then make the pros and cons.
Yeah.
I think if I were Tony, I would just gaze at myself in the mirror all day. Mirror on the wall.
Easy. That's
weird.
Yeah, I know. That's one thing. If he leaves, maybe that would end, right? That's
he's a good-looking guy, man. You guys are, just because you guys aren't secure enough in your masculinity.
Oh, we are.
No, we are.
And we'll admit that, but there's a significant portion of our fan base, male and female, that have kind of a creepy obsession with him, just as far as how he looks and his desirability.
He's a good-looking guy, man.
It's a fact. At number 2, the SEC for the first time has fined a program under its new feigning injuries policy. Texas A&M was fined $50,000 and Coach Mike Elko reprimanded after the Aggies were found to have faked an injury versus Arkansas. Wow. A second offense will be $100,000, and any further violations will result in the suspension of Coach Mike Elko.
I swear on everything holy, if I'm Mike Elko, I'm going to whatever kind of appeals process there is with a cut tape of Tennessee extra points since Heupel's been here. And after watching through an hour, maybe an hour and a half of footage, I would totally bring that up.
I know I've been saying it this is the third week in a row now. I'm just saying they're going down, but Saturday night in Baton Rouge, they take their first L.
I'd say it's very plausible.
Not going out on a limb there too much.
No, I think it's. I mean, you are a little.
They're only like a 1.5, I think, 2-point favorite.
No, LSU is going to win a big game somewhere.
They need it.
Yeah.
Brian Kelly needs it.
Yep.
At number 3, the Los Angeles Angels are hiring Kurt Suzuki as their next manager, ending a search that included former Angels slugger and St. Louis Cardinals icon Albert Pujols. The 42-year-old Suzuki finished his 16-year career in the majors as the Angels catcher from 2021 to 22, and he spent the last 3 seasons as a special assistant to the GM.
Will he be the first? Like, I don't know what his background is. Suzuki, like, is he the first Asian? Is that the right word?
That didn't lead the story that I read.
We had a Asian manager.
I don't think
he's
so.
born in Hawaii, but his name is Curtis Kiyoshi Suzuki. I mean, there's obviously some Asian blood somewhere in there.
I'm not seeing anything about
Suzuki's
that.
a Japanese surname.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't think of another one. A lot of ex-catchers, though, getting those manager jobs, right?
Well, they've always said that's the cerebral position.
Yeah.
Smartest players in the field. Catcher, they have to do the most. It's the hardest position to play.
You know what Jake Taylor meant to the Indians in Major League.
I was surprised, Pujols went for that Angels job. I thought, but a couple days ago they said that they parted ways. They were like, yeah, this is
couldn't work it out.
No.
Hopefully that's what's happening right now with our boy Tony. Couldn't work it out.
I think Pujols was more like he wasn't the right fit.
Call me crazy, but I would think that Pujols' personality and demeanor would preclude him from being a manager.
What about his personality and demeanor?
Pujols kind of crazy.
No, he was a
Albert
super
Pujols?
calm, nice guy.
He was like
gentle giant.
Yeah.
Silent killer, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's still up for manager jobs. I mean, the theory was, it got reported a couple days before this that he dropped interviewing with the Angels because the Padres wanted to talk to him about being their manager.
Now, Manny Ramirez, that's a whack job right there.
There's a bunch of those guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ozzie Guillen, famous. That's the one thing. If Vitello does go, I mean, we are missing those character managers. It seems like everybody is kind of a analytical guy in the dugout now. They could use a guy with some personality in there.
True. Billy Martin level of
Earl Weaver.
Yeah, just crazy.
And at number 4, the NBA is back with 2 games. Yep.
NBA.
The NBA on NBC.
That's dumb.
NBC?
The NBA is back with 2 games tonight to tip off the season. First off, Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets take on the reigning champion Oklahoma City Thunder at 7:30 p.m. Later, Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors play Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers with no LeBron James.
Didn't the season end like
2 weeks ago?
Yeah, exactly.
What are we doing? I realize you guys are kind of newcomers to the drive, Bob, or Walker not so much as Bob, but we're not big NBA guys.
I'm glad someone else on the show is now.
Not regular season anyway. It's too soon, man. It is October 21st. Why are we playing basketball?
Because this is
music.
One of the best themes out there.
It is a very close second to the CBS college football theme for the greatest TV sports themes.
Yeah.
A very, very close second.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
I'm excited. I love. I'm happy basketball's back. Yeah. I'll be watching.
I mean, I'm like, it's like baseball. I'll watch for the first couple of nights and then I'll just tune out for a while till we get to the playoffs. But it's good to have it back.
Thank you, Walker. That is the Top 4 at 4. It's brought to you by Knoxville Smiles, where I go for all my dental work, offering everything from routine dental cleanings to whitening, wisdom tooth removal, restorative procedures, fillings, crowns, bridges, veneers. They do it all at Knoxville Smiles now through the end of the year. Half price whitening with a routine dental cleaning. Call today to set up your appointment. Tell them Fan Run sent you. Their number's 865-539-1776. That's 539-1776. They're online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Will he or won't he? Oh, Tony. Oh, Tony, don't. Don't go. Oh, man. by the way, that is a top 10 episode of Seinfeld all time, right? The Dan Cortez Mimbo.
I made
episode.
sandwiches.
Did the doctor say anything about radical facial reconstructive surgery? He is the Drive's cool friend. What are we going to do? He was the guy that invited us to come sit at the cool kids table at lunchtime.
We helped him out too, though. We did. I feel like we were pretty vocal back during COVID.
We were one of the I mean, it's fashionable now. Everybody has him on, but
he was like what, our Wednesday?
We were there.
Wednesday?
Yeah,
Wednesday
we were there before anybody else. Well, it was Trey Wallace convinced us to have him on, and I knew him. Like, I met Tony the day he was hired. I was over there with Rusty Enzer. We met with him in the dugout, and like the first couple times we had him on, I would always text Rusty. I was like, "What do I ask this guy?" Because I didn't know any of the players. Like it was just something we did not cover, did not talk about until I remember it was the year that we beat LSU. We end up going to the first Omaha appearance right after COVID there, but
19 they had some wins where we're like,
yeah. I mean, they went to the tournament that year and went to the regional in Chapel Hill, and that was kind of a.
Remember how I don't know. I remember being blown away that we actually qualified for.
Yeah, but we didn't
tournament.
know. We didn't know any of the players. We didn't know what was going on. No. And, but yeah, we were
good time buddy during COVID.
Buddies back in the day.
He'd sit on there for like 30 minutes and chat with us.
See, we got Shump coming up here in just a little. He's down there.
He is down there.
Okay.
He is down there.
We will go live to Lindsey Nelson Stadium here in about 10 minutes to talk to Ryan Shumpert of RockyTopInsider.com. He's got eyes on Tony, where a lot of fans, I mean, this is when I first heard about fans going to this stuff at the porch, like at first, my initial reaction was kind of cringe. Like, I don't think that's going to help, but it turned out to be, it's kind of cool, man. And I don't know if it has any impact, like in the decision, if it's made one way or the other, like it's not going to have any impact, but if he's still mulling, can't hurt.
Yeah, I wasn't paying a lot of attention to it till I happened to finally open up social media and saw that our Talk Sports own John Reed was en route. And then I started paying attention because I figured something was going on. That is pretty cool. It's got to make you feel pretty good if you're Tony. Have a champ breakout.
TG Vol says, I feel some of the listeners need to understand how big of an offer this is. This isn't Arkansas calling. It's the big leagues. Lots of let him walk. At some point, I think we have to be realistic about this massive and historic offer that TV has. I think we're not blind to that here on this show. I mean, we discussed it many times. It's big league baseball, yeah.
I mean, if that's, if he comes out and says, look, it's the major leagues, I hope you win a World Series, man. You brought us a lot of joy. Don't
Absolutely.
be a stranger. If you ever come back to college, it better be here.
Yeah. Big Josh, you're on the Drive. Fan Run Radio. What's up, Big Josh?
Hey, Russ. I was going to try to keep my mouth shut today. I'm kind of a little emotional. Definitely don't want to see Tony leave, but then I heard that guy call in about we got to support the Lady Balls, and I just about ripped my damn sun visor off his truck, throwed it out the window. I mean, Tony, this damn women's basketball program has been a ball and chain around, Russell, since it's been a ball and chain around this athletic department for years. I don't get, every time they get a little power, the next damn thing we got two athletic departments. It's one part regular Tennessee fans, and then it's like 2/3 blue-haired cult that just have to dictate terms on everything. You got the best coach in college baseball over there. It's not too much to ask to have a commitment that's similar to your competition in the league.
Agreed.
I don't understand how something like this happens. It's so dumb. And it's so Tennessee, Russell. This is Donna Thomas level stuff. I thought we were over this.
Wow, a Donna Thomas reference on the show. I don't think that Danny White is really listening to as the blue hairs, as you called him. I don't think that. I think Danny is about Danny and his career, his trajectory, and I think
whatever Tony does, he's already enemy number one in my. But anybody that wants to destroy G10 parking lot, I hate. I will always hate it. And if that happens, I mean, I'll never say a good word about Danny White.
Well, you got to have a hotel next to Neyland Stadium, Big Josh.
I know. I mean, what are we going to do?
We got to have a hotel there and some like chicken finger places and a place where you can buy another Vol shop. We got to have somewhere where you can sell these hats and T-shirts.
Yeah, who needs the best coach in college baseball? I mean, we've never had a baseball program really in our history. I mean, Delmonico had some little spurts there when he had Helton on campus and Burke on campus, but this guy built this from nothing into a blue blood. He has to be happy all the time. You have to keep him happy. It's so Tennessee, man. It's so Bush League. This is Mike Hamilton, Dave Hart stuff. And I thought we were past this.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I thought we were past this too, as far as
cutting off your nose to spite your face.
It's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time since we've really stepped in it. As far as again, we don't know. Maybe this is just Tony has an offer to Major League Baseball, but it doesn't sound like whatever's gone on with the distribution of funds has helped anything. And
there's too many people talking about it, Russell. You know as well as I do, this is playing a part in it. Two big egos, but he's got the hardware, man. He built this program from nothing. He deserves to stick his chest out. What the hell Danny White ever done?
Hired Kim Caldwell.
Yeah. I don't know.
Somebody mentioned that there's I'm looking for it. I can't find it, that there's some sort of Kim Caldwell meet and greet this evening. Oh, it's like, that's not well timed.
Might want to have a unfortunate, she come down with strep throat or something to cancel that.
Is there any, Bob, do you know of any boosters that are, I mean, I hear about the NIL stuff. There's like 2 different funds. Could a booster not fix this? Could the big money guys just not fix this whole deal?
I mean, I don't know all the inner workings, but yeah, at face value, you would think somebody with enough money and influence could do that. And there's people
That's
around
what
that.
I've not heard. I've not heard, Randy Boyd's baseball to the core.
Oh, yeah.
And Plowman's, I mean, she
gets the
give a lot of
PR
credit for that.
She gets the PR angle of this.
Right. She was the NCAA stuff. I give her a lot more credit than Danny White. I mean, this seems like something you have to at least do all you can do on that end. And those 2 people I got confidence in. But I don't know, man. If he leaves, it's going to really, it's a kick in the nuts, big time. So.
Well, nothing is written. Know. Nothing is done yet, Big Josh. Keep the faith.
All right. See you guys.
Keep the faith, brother. Thank you.
I mean, real quick before I know we got to hit a break, but Pratt was in Omaha, right?
Yeah.
Right there with Barnes and Heupel and all the who's who.
Do you think even if they could do that, is it the principle of the matter? Tony seems like a guy that does not tolerate disrespect or any sort of slight very well.
Perhaps.
Seems to hold a grudge.
Stay with us when we continue. Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com, live from Lindsey Nelson Stadium, where Tony Vitello is on the field in front of 100 or so fans who are gathering, trying to convince the king of Knoxville to stick around. We're back with more Fan Run Radio right after this.
The Drive.
Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Join us this Friday at the Casual Pint North Shore for a live broadcast of The Drive. Swing by between 3 and 6 p.m. and register to win the Fan Run Mystery Box. Pick up a Fan Run t-shirt and sample the Casual Pint North Shore's new Thanksgiving turkey sliders, all while you sip on a cold beverage and get ready for the Vols and Kentucky. It's The Drive live this Friday from 3 to 6 at the Casual Pint North Shore, 2045 Thunderhead Road, inside the Blue Building next to Soccer Taco. Be there.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332941.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together. Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
The ball that Tony Vitello tossed into the stands. You have a picture of it from Big Time Ball Fan 12 on Twitter. It just says, "Much love, go Vols." No autograph. What does it mean?
He loves us. I mean, I'm starting to feel like the dog that's sitting by the sliding glass door waiting for their, or at the shelter waiting for their owner to come back and get them.
Yeah.
So we're going to watch him fly off to the Golden State. You realize how many guys are in their system right now? His guys. I think he's got 5.
In the San Fran system? Man, yeah.
His favorite maniac, Gilbert.
No, Ahuna's out there.
Ahuna. Was it Tidwell?
Did he go over in the Gilbert trade?
No. Tidwell's still
It's one. Okay, then it's one. Who was it who pitched on that staff with Tidwell here? Anyhow, there's 5 guys. I'll look up their exact name.
Maybe our next guest will know.
Yeah.
Ryan Shumpert of Rocky Top Insider standing by live at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Good afternoon, Shump. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. It is Tidwell is one of them. Gavin Keelan is the 4th. I'm not sure who the 5th is though. You'll have to look that one up.
All right. Well, Shump, thanks for making time for us this afternoon. Not very often that we cover fall baseball so intensely here on The Drive, but these are definitely extenuating circumstances, I guess you would call them. What is the latest from your perspective on Tony Vitello and the situation with the San Francisco Giants?
It's just a waiting game at this point. I woke up yesterday, and even as I left the baseball stadium yesterday around 5:30, I thought this thing will be resolved by the time I go to bed tonight, and it wasn't. And I woke up feeling the same way today, and obviously it's not resolved at this point. Over here, it has still been business as usual. I'll hang out a little bit longer after they're done scrimmaging and see if it appears to be business as usual after the scrimmage. But really, just a waiting game is all eyes are on Tony Vitello.
Ryan, because I've been talking to a couple other media members. I want to get your take on it too. It's like, this is the darndest thing, man. It sounds like it's gone back and forth from he's good as gone or he's not. And then finally, I just heard from our guy, Chris Lowe, who was just kind of like, man, it's like 50-50 from everybody I'm talking to. Is that how you're feeling it?
Yeah, I guess generally so. I mean, like you said, it's been a bit of a swing, and I felt like last night that to me it felt like he was gone. But the fact that, and I thought maybe they get here today, and he's made a point that if he leaves, he wants to tell the players first. And I thought for that nothing to leak, I thought it made a lot of sense for him to just meet with players before practice today and not have to call a meeting. But the fact that they're out here, the fact that they're scrimmaging again today, like business as usual, it gives, from the Tennessee side of things, I think more hope that he hasn't made any final decisions, and there's still a possibility he could come back.
Ryan Shumpert with us. So we know what we know, and now we're just left to speculate. And so we won't hold you to anything you say at this point, Ryan, but it's like, do you think that Tony has made a decision one way or the other, and we're just waiting for something to happen? Like I keep I keep telling people, look, if he was going to stay, wouldn't he just announce that? Wouldn't he have done that yesterday or today? So that leads me to believe that he's either A, in some sort of prolonged negotiation with the Giants, or B, he legitimately has not made up his mind yet and he's vacillating.
Yeah, I think from just what I've seen, the general perspective out there of Tony, wanting more money either for himself in a contract or wanting more money for the program. Like, I think certainly he does want more money for the program, but I don't see this as just like some bargaining chip where he's like, if you give me this, I'm going to stay. If not, I'm going to go. I think he is very, very conflicted. Whether, it's a tough call between a guy that is a baseball lifer, and this is truly his life, being a baseball coach, to take it to another level and be a manager of a prestigious MLB team, or to stay where he's built something really, really well. And I do think he has a lot of special relationships in Knoxville, and a special relationship with the fan base that he does value. So I just think it's very tough on him. I think it's more of him maybe being up in the air on what he wants to do than just him negotiating to try to get a little bit more from San Francisco or a little bit more from Tennessee.
It's wild to me to see like Jared Dickey, Cal Stark, all these former players there too. I mean, this is, I really did not see this part coming. I mean, I knew there was a scrimmage today, but I didn't think it was going to become kind of a happening like it's become.
What's that scene like, Ryan? Can you kind of describe it for us?
Yeah, I mean, it started to clear out a little bit now. I think they were just starting the fifth inning when I'm sitting here hiding behind the batter's eye right now. So if a home run comes over the wall, I got protection. I'm not going to get domed by it. But for the first couple innings, I mean, it was basically completely full in the porches. Not that, I don't know what their max is, like 10 people on the porches during the season. There wasn't 10 people at every porch, but in all those porch openings in all three levels, there were people. It's mostly been pretty quiet. People talking, not a ton of cheering. Like I said, there was the one "We Want Tony" chant that broke out from really kind of down the left field line, and Tony acknowledged. So it's definitely a strange vibe, and it's started to empty out a little bit more as the scrimmage has gone on. But it's a strange vibe. To Bob, what you were saying with Jared Dick and Cal Stark here, a ton of former players are always here during the off season. Like, I saw AJ Russell here earlier this morning, was talking to him. So that part of it isn't overly surprising. They come here in the mornings and work out and throw bullpens or hit batting practice, and then usually go play golf in the afternoons. What a lot of them do. I think it was the opposite. I think Cal and Dickie were hunting this morning and are over here working out now. So that part's maybe not the most shocking, but it is certainly a very strange scene over here at Lindsey Nelson Stadium.
Most importantly, is Sylvia there with you?
No, Sylvia's not over here,
because he would create some more chaos somehow just by his presence. I just have that feeling.
Certainly.
Ryan Schumpert, RockyTopInsider.com, our guest this afternoon. He is at Lindsey Nelson Stadium, where Tony Vitello is putting his current team, the Tennessee Volunteers, through a scrimmage this afternoon as part of regularly scheduled fall practice. Meanwhile, the San Francisco Giants wait, and we continue to wait. Ryan, what about this Danny White angle? There's a lot of chatter online. What do you think the relationship is like right now between Tony Vitello and Danny White?
Yeah, I don't think they're the best of friends by any means. I don't, I think some of it maybe is a tad bit overblown. I don't think they hate each other or anything like that. They've had disagreements in the past. I do think the stuff that's been out there about the rev share or the NIL funding for the program, that is stuff that Tony Vitello is one, which what highly successful head coach wouldn't want more of it. So, I think some of it's maybe a little bit overblown, but I think generally speaking, it is pretty real. And I think Danny White's a very confident guy. I think he, probably feels like they can go hire another good coach, maybe not as good as Tony Vitello, but keep this thing rolling to a certain extent. So that's kind of where I'm at it with it. I don't know if it's as bad as some people, or some people are speculating or it's out there, but I certainly don't think they're super close, and they've certainly had disagreements over the years as well.
Now, I know it's only Tuesday, but I'm sure this may have crossed your mind that you're probably wanting one way or another a resolution to this, because your news cycle is about to get crazy with, Vols game at Kentucky, the exhibition with Duke on Sunday. Makes for a hell of a week, but if this stuff all starts compressing into like Thursday, Friday, heading into the weekend, this could get really interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like I said a little bit ago. I just kept on thinking that it would be done this day, whatever day we're sitting in, feeling like we're going to have a resolution one way or another. I do think at that point, to me, you're San Francisco Giants. At what point is it?
Sure.
Are you just fed up and you say, let's make a decision here?
Yeah.
Tony is king in Knoxville, as he should be for what he's built, but he hasn't done anything in Major League Baseball. So it's not like they're trying to hire, Dave Roberts away from the Dodgers or something like that, and you're willing to be super, super patient, however much time you need. I wouldn't think that would be the view from the Giants here. Could be wrong about that. Obviously, I think Tony and Buster Posey have a good relationship, but that is the other dynamic that it also just makes me wonder, since it's gone on at this point, to me, it feels like the Giants certainly did not want anything out there on Saturday when all of that broke. Could be wrong about that, but again, I think it makes the Giants look bad as we are rolling along here on Tuesday afternoon, and there's still no word on whether the college baseball coach are targeting taking the job or not.
Hey, Ryan, last thing for me, Elander. If Tony gets this job, a lot of people think it's a slam dunk, and I think normally it would be. I do kind of wonder, though, if there is some sort of rift. I don't know if that's the right word, or just a failure to see eye to eye between Danny and Tony. Would Danny lean more towards wanting to get, quote unquote, his own guy in there?
Yeah, I think that's something that I wonder and have heard a little bit too. I think Josh Nylander would be a great choice. I think if Tony had left in June to become the head coach at named college baseball program, I think Josh Nylander would have been a great choice then. I think he's an even more important choice now to kind of unite the program. I think he would be able to keep the staff together. The team would be really happy. I think the fan base would unite around him. So to me, he's a no-brainer. I don't necessarily feel that way as much with Danny White, where I just think he's a guy that, again, is very confident in himself, feels like he can make the best hire possible and doesn't need to go with the obvious choice, and especially when that obvious choice is a Tony Vitello guy. But to me, that's the funny thing. I've said this to some people. If Josh Elander wasn't a Tony Vitello guy, he's exactly Danny White's type of hire. Super young, top assistant for a good program, really good recruiter, offensive-minded coach. He checks all those boxes that are typically Danny White things in hires, but I do wonder with it being, the quote-unquote obvious choice and him being a Tony Vitello guy, whether Danny White will want to go in a different direction and kind of his own pick.
I also wonder if Michael Early stumbling in a similar situation at Texas A&M last year gives him any pause.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I certainly think that's fair. So it'll be interesting to see. I don't know how much capable they're going to be to hire someone really good at this time. If you do an interim for a year, do you do Elander? I think that puts a lot of pressure on you to hire Elander. Yeah, if you make Elander the interim for a year and the team does pretty good, and you have to make Omaha, let's say they make a super regional again, and then you don't hire him, I think you would probably lose just about your whole team to the transfer portal. Would they possibly go to Frank Anderson for a 1-year deal where Frank Anderson has no intentions of being the head coach, and that would be maybe have a more traditional feel of a year-long interim. But again, as you said, the recruiting aspect, Tennessee's closing in on signing day in a couple of weeks for a very highly rated recruiting class. I don't think you're going to get any of those guys, or many of them at least, on the dotted line if you don't have a full-time head coach in place.
This kind of sucks, man. I was ready to have you dig in with us on a Kentucky football 2-deep breakout.
Yeah. Riveting radio, that would have been.
Cutter Boley stuff. Cutter Boley talk.
Exactly. Now, I will say this. This sure is one way for us to get Alabama out of our head, man. I haven't thought about it at all today.
Yeah, maybe not the best way, but it's effective.
All right, Ryan. Well, best of luck as you continue to cover this ongoing saga for RockyTopInsider.com. We'll let you get back up there among the porches. If anything happens, let us know, please.
Will do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ron.
See you guys.
Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com. Good dude.
Very good dude.
Doesn't seem to have any insight. I don't know what we were expecting there if he would jump on and break something for us, but at least painting the scene and sort of reinforcing what we feel as far as where things stand and what might happen should Tony ultimately take the San Fran job.
I was going to say, if nothing else, it's another voice that's saying what we're all starting to say. It's like, man, if I'm the Giants organization, unless they have some sort of mutual understanding that, we're waiting till this time tonight to do something, they might be getting a little pissed. Might be like, man, you want the job or not?
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame them for that either.
865-966-3435, your phone number. You can call or text to the show today, 865-966-3435. Tony Vitello, will he still be our baseball coach when the drive reconvenes at 3 p.m. tomorrow? We continue to break things down from all angles next, right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Knoxville, get ready. The big sports show is coming Saturday, November 8th at the World Exposition Hall. Meet your favorite sports stars, Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, baseball greats Wade Boggs, Dwight Gooden, and Jose Canseco, plus UT legends Shamiqua Holtzclaw, Carl Pickens, and many more. Autographs, photos, and memories you'll never forget, all in one huge day. Tickets on sale. Get yours now at BigSportsShow.com. That's BigSportsShow.com. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, November 8th, Knoxville. Don't miss it.
With over 60 years of experience in the industry, Merritt Garage Doors has a wealth of expertise in commercial overhead doors in the East Tennessee area. Merritt offers a wide range of door styles like sectionals, rolling steel, high-speed, and sheet doors. They also supply and install a wide range of dock equipment. If your business is in need of overhead doors, no matter the type, look no further than Merritt Garage Door, Knoxville's best and most trusted overhead door company. Contact them anytime for a free estimate at 865-933-5319 or online at merrittgaragedoor.com.
Hi, I'm Jessica Lodgen, one of the hygienists here at Knoxville Smiles. If your children are having sleep or behavioral issues, we have things we can do in modern dentistry that can help not just with their dental health, but also their overall health. Early intervention is the key for younger patients and can avoid costly procedures later in life. If you'd like to learn more, give us a call here at the office and schedule an appointment. 865-539-1776. Or just book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Citizens National Bank. We believe a good game plan is essential for success. With a CNB Plus Perks checking account, you'll save money with cell phone protection, roadside assistance, identity theft protection, and more. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Tired of waiting for the weekend or good weather to play around? From casual to committed, Back 9 Golf has got you covered. Open to the public and offering flexible membership opportunities, they offer 24/7 access to 5 different simulators, providing cutting-edge technology, instant swing feedback, fun mini games, and a wide variety of courses to choose from. Perfect for that solo round you want after work, or swing by with food and drinks for an afternoon with friends and family. No stressful tee times, no rain delays. It's Back 9 Golf your way. Book your tee time now at theback9golf.com.
Friday, another Football Friday live edition of The Drive, this time at the Casual Pint North Shore. Had good luck there. 3 really good shows. A lot of fun, cold beverages, good friends, and I think this will be last time you were a little hot under the collar there.
Yeah, so
Bob.
it was a little warm. Well, I wore long sleeves. I don't know why. I thought it was going to be cooler, and it wasn't. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, it's a
Friday.
projected high of 62, so I would wear long sleeves again. It'll be one of those. We'll be out on the porch. One of our last porch remotes, probably. They'll be chasing us inside here soon, before too long. So we got to enjoy it.
Did you say there were turkey sliders there now?
Yeah, so that was the thing that bears probably not. It's a Thanksgiving slider.
No.
Thanksgiving turkey sliders.
So that's going to be, that sounds good.
That sounds very good.
Thanksgiving turkey. Is it smoked turkey?
I'm not sure.
I've gone on a smoked turkey kick of late.
Do you have anything against regular turkey?
No, it's just usually kind of dry.
I mean, I like smoked turkey as well, but I mean, turkey's good, man. Turkey's a quality sandwich.
Yeah, I've been eating a lot of turkey.
I like to go and get the boar's head turkey for the half pound of that. Have some sandwiches, delicious sandwiches at home.
Some Havarti.
Yeah, Havarti's good.
Is that how you say it? Did I say it right?
I don't know.
I just usually point that.
A little spicy mustard, lettuce, tomato.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You get really wild, maybe a thinly sliced red onions.
Yeah.
Thinly.
I mean,
Businesses. Sorry, go ahead.
They're sliders, though, right? I mean, that's.
Yeah. You try one, see if you like it. They're great pretzels and beer cheese there.
I've had those. Yeah, those are great.
Those are phenomenal. They've got a thing there, like a beer advent calendar, they're calling it.
Ooh.
And so you pick up your box, you go ahead and schedule it, and I guess they've got a beer for every day. of December.
Nice.
There's like a beer advent calendar. You buy it and you go get the box and have that. So we'll be telling you more about it as we go through, but surely by then we'll have resolution to the Tony thing one way or the other. And then we can turn our attention towards Kentucky, which nobody is talking about right now.
Huh.
Is that the first time we've said the word Kentucky on the show today?
Oh, yeah.
I've said it to Sean, but yes, pretty much. I said it in jest, too. It's like, I'm not even thinking about that game.
And it's a big game, man. I desperately want to win it. We need to win it. I'm not giving up on this season, but Tony Vitello has Tennessee's full and complete attention.
Correct.
At this moment. Let's talk to Phil. Good afternoon, Phil. You're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
What's up, Debbie?
Hey, Philly.
Are you Bob and Bear doing?
Doing all right, man. Would be doing a lot better if Tony would give us some good news.
Yeah. I enjoyed the last few callers calling in. Their disdain for Danny Dollar Bill. It's pretty cool, you know?
Danny Dollar Bills. Danny upcharge.
Dollar Bills can win championships, but they don't make you. If you get rid of a great coach, it's not too good, is it?
Yeah. I think, is this just a situation where it's like Dean Wormer and Tony is the head of the Tim Matheson's character?
Is it Otter
in Animal House? No, Otter was the dorky guy, Pledge.
Yeah.
Also, though, this happening, what has happened has been relief for Josh Heupel, or he'd really be getting roasted.
I did think about that last night. It's like we are completely consumed by this baseball thing, and nobody is really flame throwing Josh Heupel for the goal line thing, whatever happened there.
Well, all honestly, Danny White, his two hires are Josh Heupel and this women's basketball coach. And right now, one of them is on shaky ground.
I don't think Kim Caldwell's on shaky ground.
No, I said Heupel's on shaky ground.
I don't know if it's shaking yet. There's a slight crack that you're kind of worried about. There's a slight crack in the foundation of your garage. You're looking at that thing. It's like, I don't know. Do I need to call somebody and come look at that thing? I'm just going to hope. I'm just going to hope that nothing happens. We'll just leave it alone.
That in mind.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think this the proceedings we're in the midst of right now is probably a dream come true for Heupel. And it's not just because of coming off the heels of the Alabama game. He just doesn't like dealing with talking about these games to anybody anyway, right? So this is just, it takes him off the radar entirely.
Well, we've had several good coaches that are good PR for the university. Pearl was great with that. Barnes does a good job with it. And Vitello does a great job with it. I think that's part of your job as a head coach, to have a little personality and be a good representative of the University of Tennessee.
Heupel just doesn't care about it, does he?
He's not like Mears.
Bread. That's what he is.
Mears, Pearl, Majors is really good at it.
I'll give him this, though. I mean, it's a bizarre juxtaposition, but you're right. I mean, in any sort of microphone interview setting, he is boring. Just flat out boring. There's no other word for it. But on the field, like it might, even when it's not good, like you can't look away. It is either fantastic to watch or a complete and total train wreck.
What did you say a couple of years ago? He gets on the field and we have like near riots breaking out.
There's always something crazy going on.
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll beat Kentucky, but I'm really worried about the rest of the games outside that New Mexico. If they lose to Vanderbilt, he should be fired.
What if they're 9-2 and they end up 9-3 with a loss to a Vanderbilt team that goes to the college football playoff? You're not going to fire him then, are you?
Do you think we're really going to go 9-3 after watch what we look like now?
Well, I think
we're fully coached.
Hold on.
On both sides
You
of the
just
ball.
said, hold on. You just said we probably beat Kentucky on Saturday. Tennessee is very good in Neyland Stadium. Mateer is struggling to come back to form. You know, you win that game. Florida is in shambles. Like, yeah, I think 9-3 is very possible.
Well, we're going to beat Florida. Florida probably have a better chance of beating us now. Napier's gone. We'll get an interim coach, and they'll probably kick our butt like they always do.
Gator.
I mean, they could hire me and Walker to coach that football team down there at Florida. And I really feel like we'd have a puncher's chance at beating Tennessee if it was in the swamp.
I tell you what I'd do. If I was Heupel, if he's got a brain, I'd fire Tim Banks tomorrow and go down there and get that defensive coordinator at Florida. They could get him for nothing.
Florida's defense, are they good on defense?
They're pretty good on defense.
They got a lot of talent on defense.
So you're not going to fire your defensive coordinator on Wednesday of game week, Phil, and go hire somebody in your conference who's got another job. What are you talking about?
Johnny Majors did it.
That was like 40 years ago, Phil.
He hired somebody from a rival school.
Do you want to win or don't you? Do you want Tennessee to be an elite football program? Evidently, we don't. See you.
Do you want to win, Russ?
You don't know that. Stop putting words in my mouth, Phil. Good grief, man.
Do you want to win?
Well, he was that close to really one of his.
I don't want to win, Phil. I don't want to win. I'm a sports fan who doesn't want to win.
I just think it's insane. They aren't going to fire Tim Banks. He had one of the top-ranked defenses last year. They just gave him a raise. Whether or not you want him fired or not, they're not firing Tim Banks.
What if Oklahoma fails and Brent Venables gets fired and is available?
I mean, I would do it. I would try to bring him in as a defensive coordinator. But the thing I wonder about that, Bob, is Venables the kind of guy that you can plug in as a DC? Is he going to – do you have to blow out your entire defensive staff and let Venables hire his own assistants in that situation? And with Josh Heupel, a guy who I don't think has ever fired anybody in 8 years now as a head coach, I literally do not think he has ever fired anyone. Would he be willing to fire 5 people just to get Brent Venables? I kind of think he is attached at the hip with Tim Banks, and that is going to go a long way to deciding whether or not he makes it or he doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, the Oklahoma defense, all I'll say is last week or a couple of weeks ago, they made Arch look like a pretty good SEC quarterback finally.
Boy, poor Arch. That
He ain't
guy's
his
terrible.
uncles. He ain't his uncles.
No, he's not. He's not good at football.
Mm-mm.
I didn't know they made Mannings like that.
He got too much of his mama in him, maybe. He doesn't have enough Arch. He doesn't have enough Archie in him.
Is that spinal stenosis thing that Cooper had? Is that hereditary? Can he pass that on?
That spinal stenosis is not something that affects quarterbacking.
Are we
Just
sure?
if you get hit, you might, it's a narrowing of the spinal canal.
That's getting hit is a part of playing quarterback.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's risking, if he had that, he'd be, thank you, Russ. He'd be risking paralysis. But no, it's got nothing to do with the fact that he can't read a defense. Texas had wide receivers running wide open all year. He can't get him the ball. The ball doesn't go where he's aiming.
What if he's hurt?
How would spinal stenosis impact his throwing motion?
I mean, could have some numbness and tingling in his upper extremities. Usually with spinal, in your neck, it causes all kinds of nerve problems. Maybe can't grip the football as good.
I'm fascinated. You just keep going, man.
I mean, is that a condition that improves over time, or is it?
No.
It's just what it is?
I mean, it depends on it. Like Cooper's one of those guys, like they took one look at his neck, saw how narrow it was, and you're donezo.
It's narrow?
Yeah, you can risk being paralyzed if you get hit wrong.
What's narrow?
The gap between your vertebrae and your spinal cord.
What's that called?
I don't know what that's called. Russ.
You're a doctor. I'm supposed to take my medical advice from you?
Well, you have for 10 years now, and I've never steered you wrong.
No. Little
What
do you know,
advice have I given you?
I generally just do the opposite of whatever the hell it is you say, and that's worked out well for me so
Well,
far.
I would think so. You've got two, if I'm not, you've got family members that are medical professionals. Let's just put it that way. I would think that you would go to them since they actually went to school rather than my
I know. I come to you.
But yeah, I'm familiar with
like
spinal
Ogle, Elrod, and
stenosis.
Brill. I come to you.
I have given you some good advice over the years.
I'm fascinated by what medical advice Bear has given you over the years. I need a prescription list.
I think I've given
need
him more
something.
medical advice. It's like, Bear, you need to stop doing everything you're doing and do something different. It's not healthy.
I'm still here. I do listen to you sometimes.
That's good to know.
Every once in a while.
You're not being mean.
So back to the spinal stenosis.
Yes.
You think this is not hereditary condition?
Oh, yeah, it absolutely is. I don't know whether or not he's got it. Is that what they're reporting?
If he had spinal stenosis and they saw it, he wouldn't be playing football.
No,
you just said that's what has happened
just
to his
something
dad.
I made up. What are you talking about?
I was going to say, it's like that's
Wildly irresponsible of Russ to diagnose Arch Manning with an injury.
I'm not the one
condition?
pretending to be a doctor. You talking about irresponsibility?
You were the one who asked me. And
You're
you up
pretending
right
like
on.
you know what you're talking about.
I didn't bring up spinal stenosis. All I've said, and it's an absolute fact, if you've got spinal stenosis, your football career is not going to be very long. As soon as they find it, you're done. That's all I've said as a matter of fact.
Please take us to break.
I want
The
to
rest
know more
of it,
about
be
the
quick.
narrow space
Hold
between
on.
the vertebrae and the whatever. All right, stay with us. Hour number 3 of the drive coming up. It's Fan Run Radio. Tony Vitello still on the practice field. We'll have the latest for you when we continue next.
The Drive.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, hit tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronaknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronaknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Central High School quarterback Caden Long. Long completed 21 of 27 passes for 246 yards and a touchdown in last week's 38-35 Central victory over Halls. Long also carried 19 times for 76 yards and 3 more touchdowns as the Bobcats improved to 7-2 on the season. Central High School's Caden Long, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated. They can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com. It's time for the Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Tuesday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith back with you alongside Bob Baskerville. Bear and Walker Smith through the glass this afternoon. It's time for the Top 5 at 5, brought to you by Matlock Tire and Auto Service. Walker, what do you got?
Thank you. At number 1, Tennessee baseball is holding an open scrimmage today amidst reports that head coach Tony Vitello is on the verge of leaving for the San Francisco Giants. Vitello was at the facility this morning and is continuing on with business as usual. Vitello was at the facility, double pasted that sentence. There were fans all over the stadium for his scrimmage. However, Fox Sports Knoxville reports that there was a little bit of a mood shift inside Lindsey Nelson. We will give you updates as no official decision has yet to be made. Looking at a little bit of a video, but seems like it's still just a holding pattern.
Yeah, I mean, it's news isn't going to break while he's on the practice field.
No.
And I don't think he would like that he signed a deal and he's going to gather the team around and then tell them right after the practice and then just deuces,
Right.
Yeah. So I thought that we'd have resolution to this before we went on the air today. And when we didn't, I thought we might have it sometime during the show. Now I don't think so. I don't think we'll know until later tonight or tomorrow.
That's what it feels like.
There's going to be a lot of Vol fans checking their phones tonight.
Yeah, that's for sure. At number 2, 6-time Super Bowl winning head coach Bill Belichick advanced to the final 12 coaches in the running for the 2026 class for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. 2-time Super Bowl champion coaches Tom Coughlin, Mike Shanahan, and George Seifert also advanced along with Belichick.
3 legends of the game right there.
There's a lot of Super Bowls between those 4 coaches.
Is Seifert still alive?
It's a good question.
I'm not sure if he is.
Is Belichick running the risk of completely tarnishing his?
I don't.
George Seifert is alive, 85 years young.
I mean, he looked old even when he was like 40.
Yeah, he did. He was always old.
White hair.
I forgot he coached the Panthers from 99 to 2001.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Well, he had a really good thing going out there in San Francisco.
He had
Steve Young, a juggernaut.
He had a majestic sunglass game.
Yes. Very Biden-esque, almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you talk about inheriting the keys to a Ferrari.
Yeah.
When Bill Walsh left. And
that's right.
He just kind of slid in there and kept that ship going for a couple of years.
Steve Young was the backup quarterback. Just wild.
At number 3, former Alabama coach Nick Saban said he isn't surprised by all the recent string of high-profile firings in college football because fans and alumni who donate money to programs now are more influential than ever because of NIL and rev sharing. He said, quote, the people that are giving the money think they have a voice and they're just like a bunch of fans. When they get frustrated and disappointed, they put pressure on the ADs to take action. And it's the way of the world now.
That's been the way of the world. It's college sports since
forever.
Bear Bryant, yeah.
So you work for who pays you your paycheck.
Yeah, I mean, like you were insulated from that because you were so successful. But if you hadn't been, you wouldn't have been insulated from it. And did you guys see the interview James Franklin did on game day?
No, I've heard a lot about it.
I saw clips from it.
Yeah, like it was good, man, and it was good PR for Franklin to go.
Oh yeah,
he shows that he clearly wants to coach again immediately, and he's going to be a hot commodity. But somebody asked him, "Do you feel like you were unfairly treated?" And Franklin was very diplomatic. He's like, "No, it's kind of what Saban said, the way of the world, and I understand that." And then Saban said, "Well, you can't say it, but I'll say it for you. You were unfairly treated."
Yeah, that was one of the clips I saw.
Does all that stuff for it. They were all buddy because I remember when James Franklin called him Little Nicky Satan. You remember that?
Yes.
When he was at Vandy, he called him Nicky Satan, and they're up there all best buddies.
He felt like he was on a job interview.
Yes, very much. Oh,
he was actually really good. He was really polished.
Yeah.
And
oh, he's always been good, man. Yeah. I remember one time at SEC Media Days when he came one year. He was like Butch wouldn't talk to us, but James Franklin sat down with us live on Radio Row, and we were joking around like, "You're the only coach who come talk to us." And he looked at it in the eye, says, "Here's my number. You call me anytime you want. I would love to come on your show."
Nice.
And super engaging, high energy, very personable, and he's been very successful. So,
Butch, how hatted you?
Huh?
Butch, I hatted you? Wouldn't talk to you?
I
I don't feel bad at all over some of the mean things I've said.
Surprise you?
Of course not.
No.
Jones is ass.
But yeah, I mean, Franklin, it'd be very interesting to see where he ends up.
What SEC program would scare you the most? But if they got him,
I just don't. Bob, you said yesterday we just don't see him as a fit at Florida for whatever reason.
Most people don't. Either.
Auburn, maybe.
I think Auburn.
Yeah,
that's where I could see him doing some damage.
That's who.
They'll do the dirt.
I was them. Yeah,
they'll get him players.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they'd be able to get him players better than Penn State.
I could see Franklin at LSU if the wheels fell off for Brian Kelly, and they could. I could see Brian Kelly going to Penn State and Franklin going there. I could see a coaching trade.
Oh, that'd be wild.
James Franklin in the state of Louisiana. I mean, he's a good recruiter.
Yeah,
he's never had great quarterback. Who's his best quarterback he's ever had? Probably have to go back to Vanderbilt, right? These guys all look the same. They're all they all come out and have a bum
what
game.
Happened to Christian Hackenberg? Because he was
Sackenberg.
No, but I thought he was good for a minute. But
for a minute he was.
Yeah.
And then he wasn't.
At number 4, the winless New York Jets are planning a quarterback change with owner Woody Johnson weighing in today with stinging criticism of incumbent Justin Fields. Johnson said that the decision is completely up to Coach Aaron Glenn, and he praised Glenn for, quote, turning around parts of the team, but added, quote, it's hard when you have a quarterback with a rating as low as he's got. The offense is just not clicking, and you can't run the ball if you can't pass the ball.
Yeah, but you can't. I mean, I guess you can if you're a billionaire NFL owner, but it just reinforces to me that, Woody's a clown. You really shouldn't do what he did. I mean,
there's just some franchises, and I'm beginning to fear that my team is one of them, that it starts at the top, man. If you have chaotic, dysfunctional ownership, you're probably going to have chaotic, dysfunctional football. That's the New York Jets, man.
Yeah.
They're a mess.
It's just, God, Justin Fields is just not the guy.
Did you see
He's just not good.
I was watching your Coats play, and they put up a graphic of, the great quarterbacks who are tearing it up this year. Mayfield, Daniel Jones, and Sam Darnold, that were drafted by these terrible franchises, and we all thought they were busts. And then they got into a better franchise and were nurtured and developed, and now they are producing.
Look at a former Jet, Gino.
And I'm so worried that's what's going to happen with Cam Ward. Like, I still think he's very talented, but I just worry that he's going to be swallowed by the idiocy of the Titans and like traded for pennies and end up somewhere with a good coach and a good system and be who we thought he could be.
And at number 5, a Chinese restaurant's massive fish tank abruptly shattered last week, completely flooding the dining room with scores of live fish. The caught-on-camera chaos unfolded at a Stone Pot seafood restaurant on Wednesday. Multiple fish could be seen swimming through the dining room as shocked diners screamed out and puzzled staff frantically scrambled into action. The astonishing footage has since flooded social media.
No, what?
But this is in Berlin.
I think it's in China.
How were they swimming through the dining room if the thing busted? Were they just flopping around on the floor, basically?
Yeah, they're doing the best they can, given the circumstances.
Yeah, they're trying.
Fish can't walk.
No, they can't.
Well, they certainly weren't swimming.
That's what.
I'm watching this video of a giant aquarium bursting in Berlin. Oh, they don't have it on video. They showed this thing was huge. It's like a 10-story cylinder.
It's dangerous.
Look at this thing, Bob. That thing broke.
Wow. Is it not the Mission Impossible?
Trying to find the film here.
I need to go look at the film.
Sure, it was
Mission.
The first one.
The first one?
Fairly certain.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Those are all.
Not sure if it was in Berlin, but he busted a 10-story. Tom Cruise did.
Aquarium.
Yeah.
Thank you, Walker. Top 5 at 5 brought to you by Matlock Tire and Auto Service with 5 locations in Farragut, Lenoir City, Maryville, Athens, and Hardin Valley. Matlock knows tires. They also know the people of East Tennessee, a staple in our community since 1953. MatlockTireService.com. You can check them out there. Tony Vitello on the practice field with the Tennessee baseball team. There were 100 or so fans that showed up today to implore the Volunteers head baseball coach to stay, to spurn an offer to coach the San Francisco Giants and stay at the University of Tennessee. A lot of media there, several former players there. It is quite the scene as Tennessee continues to scrimmage at the stadium and the speculation continues. What is Danny White's role in this? What are the boosters' role in this? Is Tony truly torn between staying and going, or has he already made his decision to leave and is simply waiting for the right time to announce it? It is a very tumultuous day on Rocky Top, and we are covering it pillar to post this afternoon here on Fan Run Radio. 865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on the show, 966-3435. If you want to chime in this afternoon. Shout out to listener Derek for sending in this screenshot of the James Franklin interview from ESPN Game Day.
Yeah,
derogatory Lane Kiffin sign in the background, which I'm always here for.
Yeah. I've never seen that insult before. It's a new one to me.
Somebody on the chat, the live chat says, back to this aquarium break story, said that's like when the freshwater piranhas were swimming around Opry Mills after the 2010 flood. Glad I wasn't there for that.
The scrimmage has finished up. Tony apparently saying to the fans in left field, quote, this is from Mike Wilson, the Knoxville News Sentinel, "Thank y'all. We got a meeting. Love y'all," as he left the field.
Meeting with who?
He did not specify.
Why don't you recklessly speculate for me? Since I'm nervous over here. What could it be? Meeting with the team, tell him he's gone? He's leaving? Meet with team telling me staying?
Telling him he's got spinal stenosis.
Yeah, I don't know if they have a team meeting and he tells them that he's leaving. Why wouldn't you just do that beforehand? Why wouldn't you just go and?
Well, that's what I've said that. I said that yesterday too. Why would you do that and then conduct practice? I don't understand that. At some point, if he really knew, then you cut to the chase.
Yeah, you set up your boy Elander. You say, "Yeah, I got to go. I'm taking this job, and yeah, it'll be a meteor firestorm. We'll handle it. We'll get over it. We'll be fine." But give your boy Elander the opportunity to run practice and just go, man. I don't think I would be very surprised if he's known his decision and went out there and had practice and now is going to take the team in and tell them he's leaving.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Right.
Let's get Roberto in here. Roberto, you're on the drive. Sorry about the wait, my friend. Welcome
in. Good, man. You got to run a show. Doesn't hurt my feelings. I actually went down there. It was fun.
What was the
vibe
like?
Good to see Tony one last time.
One last time.
Good to see Tony one last time. The vibe was like, wow, this is really fun. Why haven't we been caught? Apparently, all scrimmages are open. I didn't know that until I got there. And I was like, oh, this is fun, man. Just felt like a spring day other than a little chilly, early spring day. And the vibes were pretty high until about 10 minutes before I left. And then a guy I was with is a fairly influential person over there, and I'll just leave it at that. And he's like, He kept going, every time he get a text. So apparently there's a big J journalist nosing around right now wanting comments and quotes. Just going to leave it at that. And the words Hail Mary or something like that has come up. So the vibes are, for me, I think I'm just steady Eddie. I'm going to live in my hopes, not my fears. Until it's done, it's not done. Right? But as a fan, I want to be positive, and I love my coach. And when everybody was chanting, "We want Tony," I mean, you could tell he was very flattered by that. The fraternity dudes behind first baseline put up the sign. Did you guys see the sign?
Yeah,
that was awesome. But on the way home, just got a few more texts, and again, for me, I'm not reporting anything because that's not what I do for a living. But I'll say the vibes are high over there because, I mean, as you guys have said logically, why the hell go to practice? Like, just tell the team before the scrimmage or whenever, hey guys, I've taken the job and I'm leaving, and now Elander's in charge. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that my vibes were really high going over there, and not just because, but then as I was coming out, it really tanked for me because, again, the person I've been texting with, and then text from a few other people, not great. So I'll just put it this way: in my personal opinion, if Tony Vitello is your coach tomorrow, that's a great thing. I do believe that he's probably going to that meeting to probably tell his team what's going on, whether he's staying or not. I mean, did the words "it's done" have come out with other people? But maybe "it's done" means he's staying because he doesn't need the money. He doesn't. And they're not offering that much. I do know what they're offering now. It's really not that much money. It's maybe a hair more than he makes at Tennessee after taxes, like a hair more. But it doesn't make any sense. As I said, you could to another person, you can go over there. That is California. You can leave your parents, even though his family he bought his parents a house here so they can come watch him coach. You can go to the West Coast and you can do something, air quotes, that's never been done before. You can do that. Or you could stay in Knoxville, Tennessee, have a field named after you, not a stadium, a field named after you, a statue in the daggum entryway, and your name in lights, and you're a freaking god here. That's the vibe I got while I was sitting there, and those people started chanting for him and everything. It's like, man, and he was happy. I readily admit the look on his face was flattered and happy. Why would you leave that? You're a god here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and if he does show up, if he's our coach in a couple of days, find your biggest mega donor you know and say, gee golly, thanks. I'll just give you that much, okay? Because that's what it's going to take. And I don't know if that means for him. I don't know if that means for his staff. I don't even know if it means for the stadium or his players. My guess is it's for the players, frankly. With that said, I'm going to leave you with this. I'm not trying to bring the vibes down. If he's your coach and you trot him out in that Oklahoma game in 2 weeks, can you imagine what that stadium's going to do? Yeah.
Thank you, Roberto. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah. I mean, showing Tony the love has never been a problem from the fan base.
No, it's been borderline at times.
No, yeah. He feels that. I don't think there's much else we could do as a fan base to show him the love here. And, you know, the Danny White thing, even if Danny had managed his relationship with Tony perfectly, at the end of the day, do you want to be in the big leagues or not? And you've got an opportunity to do it. It's going to be hard for him to turn down. But everything Roberto just said is true about being able to write your own legend. I mean, maybe you can go and be a legendary major league coach. You're going to be a legendary college coach. Like you're already there as far as your trajectory, and there's more great moments and championships in your future. I think Tony is a guy whose legacy matters to him. I think he's the idea of being a Saban-esque figure in his sport, of having a statue and championships and being a Hall of Famer. I think that's appealing to him. I don't know if that's possible in Major League Baseball, the way it's set up with no salary cap.
No, and you're in you're in the Dodgers. You're screwed. I mean, they aren't even paying Ohtani yet.
I will say this. That is such a blood war. Dodgers and the Giants. I mean, it is like, I think it's one of the best
great rivalries
in baseball. He would definitely add to it.
Yeah, but are the Giants going to – you know more about it than I do. Are the Giants going to spend the money to be competitive with L.A.?
I don't know.
One of the funniest press conferences I've ever seen was the end of the 93 MLB season when the Braves came from, I think, like 13 games behind in August. This is back when it was just two divisions, the NL West and East. And the Braves had come back to catch the Giants in the NL West and win the division. And the Dodgers had beaten the Giants on the last day to help the Braves clinch. And Tommy Lasorda is in his office, because back in these days, you didn't go out and do a full press conference at a lectern with everything. Like, he's just at his office, at his desk. He's sitting there and he's like, I want all the Giants fans. This is for 1956 and Robbie Thompson. Like, he's going through like all the times that the Giants had broken the Dodgers' hearts since like World War II. And he's just listing them off year by year. This is for 1978. And he's just going through them. And he's like, the Dodgers didn't even make the playoffs. He's just pissing all over the Giants.
Yeah, and there's been times where they've had a season ender where the Giants, who were not a factor, beat the Dodgers to eliminate them from the playoffs. And you would think the Giants had won the World Series the way they were celebrating at the end. So, yeah.
They've had people I know that's one of the games where fans have gotten, I think, killed fighting.
Well, there was a guy, I don't know, killed, but comatose. The guy went into a coma. He got beaten so badly.
Yeah.
I mean, that was in LA too. That was at Dodger Stadium. So,
see, Tony, you don't want to take this job, man. I don't want some crazy meth-addled Dodgers fan braining you with a Louisville Slugger.
Yeah. I will say
it's not going to happen here.
I don't want him to leave, Russ.
Tim Corbin and Dave Van Horn might not like you, but they're not going to physically assault you. I don't think.
Corbin's not.
No.
He's too beta.
I will say, though, just from a Giants perspective, Buster Posey has gone into that organization the past couple years and been super, super aggressive and spent. And he knows, and he's shown no sign of slowing down as per this move. Like he's trying outside the box.
If he hires Tony Vitello and it doesn't work, he'll be right out the door after him.
Maybe.
I mean, did you listen to that sound though from that interview with the Bay Area writer who was on one of the sports call-in shows in San Francisco talking about Drew Gilbert and how they believe Gilbert has kind of influenced some of the thought process for the Giants.
How I feel about that.
Saying, man, we need more of that kind of guy. And who was his coach?
I love Gilbert, but I mean, you can publicly admit you taking advice from
not advice.
Okay.
Just watching his antics in the dugout.
They want more of that culture.
Yeah, exactly. Because we've seen the video where he's like strangling a teammate, but they're kidding.
Yeah. Again, I love Drew Gilbert, but that bit us on the rear end really badly in a year we probably should have won. We should have 2 natties.
Yeah.
So the Giants, according to USA Today, this past season had the 14th highest payroll in baseball. They spent $173 million on players. So they're right there in the middle. They spent more than the Mariners.
Does that include the Rafael Devers contract they traded for?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Here it says Andy Vandergriff on the live chat said they picked up every cent of Devers' salary.
Yeah, it's an astronomical contract.
Yeah.
So that probably boosted them up into the top 10.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a quick time out. Stay with us. More on the Tony Vitello saga this afternoon at Lindsey Nelson. You're listening to Fan Run Radio. We're back with more after this.
The Drive. Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation. Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Join us this Friday at the Casual Pint North Shore for a live broadcast of The Drive. Swing by between 3 and 6 p.m. and register to win the Fan Run Mystery Box. Pick up a Fan Run t-shirt and sample the Casual Pint North Shore's new Thanksgiving turkey sliders, all while you sip on a cold beverage and get ready for the Vols and Kentucky. It's The Drive live this Friday from 3 to 6 at the Casual Pint North Shore, 2045 Thunderhead Road, inside the Blue Building next to Soccer Taco. Be there.
Hi, this is Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group at Realty Executives, and I know there's a lot of choices here in East Tennessee when it comes to choosing a realtor. Here's why the Kregner Group is different. At the Kregner Group, our motto is walking by faith, serving others. It's how I live my life. It's how I run my business. Here at the Kregner Group, we're committed to doing real estate the right way. Faith, honesty, integrity. The Kregner Group. Call me anytime at 865-742-1035 or visit my website at bonoshouses.com.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law, 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com.
Fall fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious.
Is next. Hello, Jesse.
Russ, I hate to break it to you, but in the last segment, when you asked why wouldn't Tony want to be Saban-esque, Saban did go to the pros.
Yeah.
I mean, Russ, what did we were going to end up being LSU in this scenario?
No, yeah, we gamed this out yesterday. That's the fears that we are LSU with young Saban, and Arkansas is Alabama in this analogy.
So here's my thoughts. Like, it's nice to have a top in the nation coach be sought after highly. I mean, to the point of where he's going to be the first ever type of hire if it winds up him going to the Giants. But I'm just like, this is a no risk move for him. Either he stays and is loved even more, or he gets to go coach in the pros.
Oh man, if to be Tony Vitello, right? I mean, we should all be so like he's think about all the people right now who are unemployed or hate their jobs or, have to work 2 jobs just to make ends meet or whatever the case may be. And this guy's like, either stay here and be a legend or go manage professional baseball in one of the most beautiful ballparks in the world for millions of dollars a year. But I mean, good grief, man. What a choice, right?
Yeah. And I mean, look, if it doesn't work out, chances are, I mean, this is my view, is if it didn't work out in, say, 3 years, it's like, okay, that was fun. Going back to college, like, depending on the state of the program, Tennessee would gladly welcome him back, at least from a fan perspective, if, say, there was a dip in season results. Like, so it's one of those things, like, to me, it's like, hell, it's, hey, what? Vitello is the second coach in like 15 years to be sought after from another big a big-ish program with Barnes being pursued by UCLA. It's nice to be on this. I mean, given the state of college athletics, where it's just like going to be an arms race with firing coaches.
I mean, it is. That's the best comparison. I can't remember. One of you guys said it yesterday, but man, UCLA, which is still one of the biggest brands in college basketball. I mean, this is not like, the Marlins or some bottom feeder team. It's San Francisco Giants. It's one of the, historically big time.
No, it's a very good job, man. You got a top 10 payroll. Again, one of the most beautiful ballparks, historic franchise, historic city. I don't think they have to sell him much. If he really wants to go to Major League Baseball, it's a hell of a place to go.
Mm-hmm. And it's something I could see him easily being like. I'm with you all on the, like, I think it's been said a few times, like, if the decision's made, like, why yesterday, why today's series of events? Like, I legitimately believe just that guy knows how much he hasn't made in Knoxville, that I would be at the point right now where it's like he's making that, he's having that internal fight right now on what he wants to do. And the fact that it hasn't gotten out in a much wider spread with just how recruits are these days, social media, like, I wouldn't be shocked if he's like still at that point where no one knows what the hell's going on because he's having that internal struggle on what he's going to do.
Yeah. I mean, that does make some sense, Bob. I mean, I'm stuck on what we just said is I don't think that he would go through that entire scene today of running a practice with a bunch of fans there and everything if he if he knew that he was leaving. I mean, if you know you're leaving, go ahead and just go. Set your boy up, Elander, hand him the keys and get gone, man. Don't go through that theater that we saw out there today.
Yeah, it puzzles me for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, I won't hold you guys up too much. Russ, we missed you on Saturday. Well, you may have enjoyed not being around the nuclear fallout on Sunday night or Saturday night after the game, but I hope all's well, brother. Looking forward to a snooze fest of a game this weekend and at Kroger Field. Who knows? Maybe people were talking up there in Lexington that Porky Pig, their coach, may be on the out soon. So I hope we can send them off pretty well. You laugh, but you watch him get mad. Watch Mark Stoops get mad, and you sit
that's
there.
all, folks.
Exactly. Y'all have a good day, and let's hope Tony tomorrow comes and Tony's still here.
I love watching. Thank you, Jesse. I love watching Josh Heupel just yank the ball out from Mark Stoops up there. I mean, you say snooze fest. The last two times that we won up there, but it's always sweated out.
Yeah, and there's always a lot of fireworks. This is the one game where Heupel can get his fix of just absolutely laying it on somebody, running it up. That whole Oklahoma thing he's got.
I would love to see us go out there and give them the blitzkrieg, the big orange blitzkrieg, so to speak.
56-14.
I don't know, man. They put up. If you go look at the numbers from their game against Texas, they had something like 26 first downs.
They dominated them statistically.
They couldn't score
against that defense.
Yeah.
We got to start talking about Kentucky. I hope this all gets settled with Tony one way or the other night. I do want to get into the whole. I mean, it's the whole coal miner thing. We've only had one person, I think it was you, said that they got to get back in the coal mines. No callers have. Just going to ignore that it's Kentucky week where we torment them.
I'm trying to hold on to our guy, man. Got bigger fish to fry right now. I'm sorry, Kentucky doesn't exactly rise to the level of significant challenge. They're Kentucky.
That's true.
I mean, it's so fun to watch Tony beat them too. I mean, come on, man. Come on, Tony. Tony, please don't
go. Don't.
Jamie, you're on the drive, Fan Run Radio.
Russ, if everything you're reporting about Danny White and his relationship with the only championship coach over there on the Hill is right, can I get a "I told you so"?
What did you tell us?
I told you that you guys are jumping the gun about heaping all these praises on Danny White because he just happens to be the setting AD while we're doing good in sports that he had nothing to do with. He fell into Heupel. He didn't have anything to do with Rick Barnes. He fell in, and he didn't have anything to do with Vitello either. You guys were all
a Bahama John special.
Talking about how good Danny White was. I mean, turns out the guy's gouging all the good folk at Tennessee, and he's about to run off the only championship coach we've had in 25 years.
You're out on Danny Dollars?
I've been out on him.
On
what
Danny
are you talking
Dimes?
about?
Danny De Niro? Danny Show Me the Dough? Danny No Nugs? Danny Text a Buddy? Danny Upcharge? Danny Please Pay These Prices and Please Pay No More? Danny, I'll take that. Danny, please, sir, may I have some more? Danny Moneybags, Danny Dimebags, Danny Dollar Store, Talent Feed Dan, Dapper Dan, the Sports Ball Man, Danny Hardcash, Danny Bake Nugs, Danny Shekels, Danny Moolah, Danny Deep Pockets, Danny Prosperity, Danny, would you like to leave a tip, sir? Danny Assets, Danny Greenbacks, Danny Simoleons, Danny Straight Cash, homie.
Wonder if Danny has one of those change makers that you used to have.
One on his hip?
Bob, yeah, on his
one
hip.
of those. He frequents Coinstar.
One of those green visor hats.
Yeah,
to go along with.
That's right.
Clear. Oh,
Yeah, but
wow.
y'all, like all I'll say is you guys are acting like Danny's pocketing all this money and putting it in his personal checking account.
He ain't going broke, man. He's the highest paid athletics director in the country with an automatic rollover.
Bear, and in the meantime, he looks at us and says, "Let us eat cake." What are you talking about? What are we doing here?
I don't know. I'm just.
I mean, let's judge the guy. Let's judge the guy by what he's done. He tried to hire 2 other coaches before he was stuck hiring the guy who the program he just left. He had nothing to do with Rick Barnes. He had nothing to do with Vitello. Meanwhile, I got to listen to, oh, Danny White did. Oh, what an athletic director he is. Whoopity damn do. That guy, and it certainly seems like not only is he not any good at his job, he sucks at it if he's going to let this coach walk because he won't give him the money that was earmarked for him. Well, there's been enough of that today. I'm going to just say that we all know where I've been at on Danny White. I don't need nothing from you guys to tell me. You all know I was right. But crew, I was taught young in my age, that the test of a man's character is how he treats people that he doesn't have to treat well or when no one else is looking. Well, I ran into Mike Keith today, guys. And how y'all think he treated me?
I would assume very well.
You would assume right, man. What a gentleman. Yeah, dude, that guy, he was very, very humble and extremely thankful for I told him, I said, man, it's so good to have you back in town.
Where'd you see Mike?
At my watering hole where I work.
Did you, did you let him know that you're a talk radio caller?
I did, Russell. I told him, I said, thank you for starting that genre. You and Alan
Williams.
Alan Williams started that. And I said, man, look, and now it's all over the place, dude. And we've come to lean on that around here. At least people like me, man, when you guys are not in the spot where you usually are, man, it's just a hole in my day. And I'm just, it's part of my routine. And I just, I told him, I said, man, thanks for starting that around here. And I said, it's taken off and it's all over the place. We've got guys that have been here like yourself, Russ, for several decades now. And I said, man, and I just want to say we appreciate that. Me and my pops used to call Mike Keith back in the day. And,
I called Mike the godfather of sports radio once, and he said he wanted to get a jacket with that on the back.
That's so cool. Well, I told him when I went up to him, I said, I was told there was royalty over here at this table. And he was like, oh, no, man. He stood up, shook my hand, told me thank you for the compliments and everything. What a guy, man. Representing UT well. Not to say anything, I did run into Bob a time or two back in his day, and the guy was just as gracious as if that was the first compliment they'd ever gotten.
Yeah.
So that was something else, man. I really appreciated that.
He didn't give you the Gene Katie treatment that Bob got.
I
in
thought
Vegas.
he was talking about basketball, and then it just hit me. I'm an idiot. He was talking about Kessling.
Chad on Twitter, by the way, says Danny doesn't give change. He's asking if you want to round up.
By the way, that rant that you just went on, Russ, was that off the cuff?
Which one?
Yes.
Dude, that was something else, bro. I got to give it to
I've
you,
been
man.
waiting to drop that all show long. Thank you, though.
Danny Chatter. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's a good one. Danny Chatter.
Yeah. I just, let's be sure we from now on, guys. Let's let a guy earn his praise around here. Let's quit just saying, because he's happened to be getting paid by the university and wearing orange that he's a hero. Let's let the guys earn some stuff like Vitello and Barnes and Heupel. They've earned their stripes. They've earned their praise. And Danny White ain't earned crap. let's just keep this, and man, let's just hope that Tony Vitello wakes up and realizes, living in San Francisco and coaching in one of the most historic, beautiful ballparks is one thing, but I got to live in San Francisco, and it's not what it used to be. It's got a great bridge and all, but you got to walk over bums and syringes to get to it. And when you said earlier in the show about gazing at yourself in the mirror, speaking of gays, San Francisco, whoo, they got a few of them. Y'all hang in.
Thank you. Idiot. Thank you, Jamie. You think
idiot. It's not like he's going to be living on Skid Row, Russ.
You think that Jamie, if he saw Danny White at his watering hole, do you think he would be as gracious and respectful to him as he was to Mike Keith?
Probably not.
No. Doesn't sound like so. I don't think he's a fan.
No.
No.
All right. We got to take a quick break right here. We'll come back to wrap things up. We'll get the docket. We'll get Brad in Nashville, and we'll give you our final thoughts here as the waiting game continues. They are off the practice field.
This is on live chat. Eric Kane reporting that Tony met with the team after the scrimmage and said he doesn't know what he's going to do. Now,
I'm telling you, I think there's people showing up and all this.
If that's real, if the Giants hear that, I'm just speaking now for the Giants. I'd be like, "What the hell, man? Make a choice."
I think it. Well, and I got a text from another source here that seems to indicate that he is legitimately torn, which surprises me. Like I thought that he had made the decision one way or the other. If he hasn't made the decision and he doesn't know what he's going to do and he's still mulling it over, you're telling me there's a chance?
I think it's beyond that. I mean, I think it's probably still, I would imagine 50-50 probably.
Let's plan on getting him over to Casual Pint on Friday.
Who?
Tony.
I mean,
Jamie.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, it's so asinine to think that he would have time, or he would want to hang out. with us.
Stay with us. The drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332941.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
All right, well, I know you're excited about the NBA coming back tonight, Bob. Your Pacers.
They're not good this year, but go ahead.
They got problems. Rookie Cam Jones arrested after allegedly speeding on his way to practice, according to police records.
Oh, no.
Facing charges of misdemeanor reckless driving and felony resisting law enforcement. Arrest records show he was allegedly clocked driving 90 miles per hour in a 50 zone.
That's a little fast.
I mean, for a felony resisting,
well, that's
usually involves.
I will. There's some breaking news there. That's been downgraded, is what I've heard.
It says he was pulled over after a brief chase, so maybe a misunderstanding.
Yeah, Rick Carlisle talked about it. Said the kid's never gotten in trouble before, and this was what would you call it? Diminished down to a reckless driving, speeding ticket.
They dropped the felony resisting.
Yeah. Right. So, but still not smart.
Where'd this kid go to college?
There.
Yeah.
Well, that's basically how the kid from LSU died.
Right.
He said he was trying to get to a workout. He's driving like a maniac on a country road and killed somebody.
Yeah.
Florida jury yesterday awarding Jack Nicklaus $50 million in his defamation lawsuit against Nicklaus Companies, which is owned by billionaire banker Howard Milstein. 85-year-old Golden Bear filed the lawsuit in response to statements that Milstein and other Nicklaus Companies officials made in a previous lawsuit in New York court. In the defamation lawsuit, Nicklaus claimed the defendant suggested that he had considered a $750 million deal to become the face of the Saudi Arabian-financed Live Golf League and disseminated those false claims to media outlets. Wow. So, Jack still got it. Still a winner.
Jack's a tough ass, man. That's all I've ever heard about him.
Tracks. He's got such. He's a big hulking guy with a long off the tee and fierce competitor. And then you watch the interviews with him, and he's got this kind of Ohio accent, and he's just like, "Gee, Willie, that's swell."
Yeah,
he's a little old man now.
And he's always sounded like that. You go back and watch his interviews from when he was playing. That is the docket brought to you by the law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Jerry is the man to call if you've got legal issues and you need a friendly voice to listen and to advise you if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, if you've been arrested, if you've suffered a personal injury, car accident, slip and fall, something like that, and you need to know what your legal options are, give Jerry Givens a call. The phone call is free. The advice, free. So what do you have to lose? Give him a ring, 865-801-9250 to set up your free consultation. That's 865-801-9250. Tell him I sent you. He's online at jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens, legal expertise you can rely on. Tony Vitello has told his team he doesn't know what he's going to do yet.
It's got to be rough on the players, man. I really feel for them.
It's going to be rough on Tony.
Yeah.
If he's trying to decide.
We're not making it any easier on him as fans. Which I'm not apologizing for.
No.
I want him to feel bad leaving us like this. Don't leave.
Brad in Nashville. Be our final caller of the show. Hello, Brad.
Hey, guys. Russell, sorry about your mother-in-law, man. That's
Thanks,
rough.
buddy. Appreciate that.
Yeah, like my mom had quadruple bypass open heart surgery last week, so I feel you. That's it's a tough thing to deal with, but anyways, the Tennessee-Alabama game, awful. I'm trying to forget it. Don't want to talk about it. The Tony thing. It's never happened before that an MLB team, like, I'm not sure what you guys have been talking about all day. I just got off work, but a Major League Baseball team is never hired direct from the coaching ranks of college. And he's just that good. So if that's the way we lose him, it's a hell of a lot different than him going to USC, like someone else.
Yeah.
And deserve that kind of accolades.
Yeah.
But
or LSU or
I mean,
Arkansas.
It's rough. If you're going to lose him like that, hire Elander and move on. I don't know if he's going to do it. I mean, especially since he's already waited a day and a half. The announcement and the timing of it's all weird. I don't like how any of that went down, but it might have come from San Francisco's side. As soon as they got word of anything at all, they let it break. Like, it wasn't necessarily us or him.
Well, I as we get set to leave the air, I feel better than I did at the beginning of the show when I thought that we were just waiting for the timing to announce it. Based off what we've heard, it sounds like he's got a decision to make. He's got the offer from the Giants, but he's not sure if he's going to take it. So at least he's considering staying.
Like, he would naturally want to try it at your highest level if you feel that good about it. He's won a couple SEC championships and a natty while he's been here and built a stadium because they liked him. So he's done a lot. It's just if you go to the majors, man, there's a more than 75% chance he'll be fired in less than 3 years. So I don't know. Just you want to play ball in a place that'll build you a statue, or have fun getting your ass kicked by the Dodgers. Anyways, love you guys. Talk to you later.
Thank you, Brad.
Some more back channel saying the Tony note per a very large donor said this is a very big development. Keep working. So don't know.
I'm sorry, what now?
The fact that Tony said no decision has been made.
Yeah.
They're, some of the back channel stuff saying,
people are trying to make him offers and sweeten the deal here.
Yeah.
Make sure. I mean, if all he wants is to be on an even footing with LSU and Arkansas, I feel like we've got the donor base to pull that off for him, regardless of what Danny says.
And I just wonder in his mind if he's thinking, you know what, this, again, once in a lifetime opportunity.
It is, man.
I don't want to be sitting in a dugout in Gainesville in 5 years or, thinking, man, I had a chance to manage the San Francisco Giants.
Yeah, just walk out on that field. You imagine just dreaming. I mean, it's had to have been, he's a baseball guy through and through. It has to have been a dream of his. What's it going to feel like when I step out of that dugout onto the playing field at a major league park? Like Dodger Stadium, San Francisco Stadium, but
it'll never top that feeling of jumping in those stands in Omaha with Slick Rick and Josh cheering you on and Peyton up in the stands and all of us behind you, Tony. Don't do it, Tony.
We love you.
Home is where the heart is.
Can't imagine that conversation Tony and Peyton were having in Chattanooga a couple weekends ago now.
Follow your heart, Tony. Your heart is here. This is home. We love you. Thank you, everybody. We'll do it again tomorrow right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Knoxville, get ready. The big sports show is coming Saturday, November 8th at the World Exposition Hall. Meet your favorite sports stars, Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, baseball greats Wade Boggs, Dwight Gooden, and Jose Canseco, plus UT legends Shamiqua Holtzclaw, Carl Pickens, and many more. Autographs, photos, and memories you'll never forget, all in one huge day. Tickets on sale. Get yours now at BigSportsShow.com. That's BigSportsShow.com. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, November 8th, Knoxville. Don't miss it.
Are you tired of spending hours on laundry and ironing? Let Crown Cleaners handle your dry cleaning so you can handle your business. Our expert team can take care of your clothes, removing stains and wrinkles like they were never there. Whether it's your best suit or everyday attire, we handle it all at Crown Cleaners. Say goodbye to laundry stress and hello to extra free time. Crown Cleaners, Big Orange Country's imperial dry cleaning service since the 1960s.